Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
you're
I'm on
live now.
the live now. Yeah.
How are you, mate?
I got exit.
How
Just,
am I coming in, Ray? I'm just using my phone.
yeah, he coming up good. How my sound right?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Just shut the TV down. Hang on a second. Just let the other fellas know I'm titanium. They might come on too. Tim might. Um,
Yeah, no, work tomorrow, exit.
there you go, Tim.
Tim, how are you, mate?
Yeah, fucking slaughtering him, man. I can't believe how muggy it is. It's fucking crazy.
No.
Eh? You got a solar blast down there. You got a fucking what is it? A polar blast down there, and we're
Yeah.
melting up here. Going on.
Owen.
Fucking crazy, eh?
It's
But
fucking
anyway,
snowing. It's snowing in the Alps.
I saw.
Unbelievable.
There you go, Frosty. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I don't know. Fucking global warming's coming to kill us all. I don't know. It's
Well,
crazy.
February for southeast Queensland's always muggy, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's the wet. Well, we're coming into the wet season now. You know, now usually from about now, probably yeah, well, usually February, March is usually the wet season. But you know, there you
Okay.
go. But yeah, I might put the thing out, eh? I put the
Put the link out.
I'll put the link out. Hang on a second. Copy. Uh, first.
Yeah, I
There you
was
go.
going to cut the grass today, but it just fucking hailed. So
Yeah,
I
right.
reckon I might have a window in the morning before it rains again. So hopefully the grass won't be too wet.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was a good thing Tim did before, eh? All the old stuff he did. Put a lot of work and effort and time into that stuff.
I haven't seen it. I'm going to watch it tonight.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, all the girlies and all the drone footage and stuff. He's got another drone now. I think he's going to start doing a bit of drone stuff. You going on, mate?
Hey, old mate. A lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Old mate, bedtime. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, exactly. He does good stuff. Sort of thing. But oh man, I can't believe how bloody hot it's been. I don't know what. I'm only on the tablet. I don't know go in the other room, man. I'll start sweating my guts out. I don't want to start. I don't want to sweat before I go to bed. It could take me ages to cool down again.
Yeah. Is it cool in your room, your bedroom?
Oh, well, yeah, because I've got an aircon. It is.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, I can't sleep. I can't be sweaty and sleep, man. There's no way. I've been bloody. I've had the aircon going since this morning about 9 a.m.
No.
Bill, fuck it, I don't care. But
What's the forecast for tomorrow?
Me, I've got to go up to a friend's place. She's going to cook me up a meal. I'll go down to the fish markets down the road. It's told me to get some squid, so I might get some squid, salt and pepper squid. Well, she's a cordon bleu chef. She loves cooking, So
Why
I don't
not?
mind, So I'll get a few. I might get a few scallops too, and take a few of them up as well. So yeah, there's links up there if anybody wants to come on. Yeah, so she had to put out a cat. She's had for about bloody 8 years, sort of thing. So she's pretty up there.
Oh shit!
Hanging out up there for a while. The cat's crazy, eh? It's a good cat. Every time I sit down there, the bloody thing come up and start headbutting me. Does he like me? I've had a thing always with animals for some reason. But anyway, he just wants to be petted. You start petting him. He's a good cat. He's just been sick for a long time. They've probably spent about $3 or $4 grand on operations on him, but he's not going to get. He wasn't. So they just sort of fucking have to. He had no quality of life.
8 years pretty young still, isn't it?
Yeah, for a cat, 8 or 9 years he's had him for. Yeah, but yeah, it is for a cat. They go for a long time. Mine's about 9-year-old. But yeah, no, it's just bloody it's this bloody heat. It'll start cooling down over the next few days, a little bit at a time, I think. So, but that time of the year, it's just bloody. We've been getting heat wave warnings for the last 3 days. But I haven't even had a shower yet. I'll go have a shower before I go to sleep, I think.
Cool you down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cats live. Yeah, some of them do, but 16 all depends on how well behaved they are.
Hey, Joe.
There you go, Joe.
I think the Guinness Book of Records is a Portuguese dog, 24, they reckon.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I had a bloody cat, and I think she cancer got her, but when I was born, I had the cat until I was 16 or 17 or something.
Gee.
It was a good cat, Mum, he used to go out and catch rats and bandicoots and shit and bring them back and get underneath the lounge and then crunch, 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 and the old girl, and it'd eat half of the bloody thing and leave the other half on the back bloody back doormat to let us know that it's been doing its job. And the old girl, every time she walk out there, she'd stand on half a rat or half a bandicoot, and she just fucking give her a fucking horrible feel. She hated rats and mice. Oh shit, it was funny. Right,
Yeah, mine too, but I just saw it on the news, and they had another dog, but the Guinness Book of Records said no, this other one in Portugal was 2 years old. 2 weeks older. So they got the record. I forget the breed though. I forget the breed.
Yeah.
Probably small dog. Normally the small ones, yeah.
Well, I bred me bullies. They sort of, I only ever kept bitches. They all got cancer, like bloody in their boobs, like breast cancer sort of thing,
Oh, Jesus.
Every one of them had to put down because of that, but anyway.
That's sad.
They've got all their mammary glands taken off first, but I did like doing that. But it's a shame. It's hard because, they're sort of part of the family, they're just like little kids, those things. But anyway, I sort of wasn't going to get another animal because I wanted to get into traveling. But then I started looking after Mum years later, and this cat just happened, sort of thing. I got adopted, sort of thing, and she's all right. Cats could look after themselves for a few days. Yeah, you just need someone to call in every day or two and give them a feed, sort of thing, and let them outside for a run for 10 minutes or half an hour, or hang around for, and then they'll go back inside and go back to sleep. But dogs, you got to look after every day. I wouldn't put her in a carrier. I did once, and she nearly fucking starved herself to death because I wasn't around.
Stressed.
Yeah, well, she didn't eat for 4 days, and I was only gone for 7 on a boat cruise. So I said, I'll never do that again. Poor little thing, she was a mess. But if I leave her at home, she's happy. Because she can smell me, and she knows I'm going to come back. But anyway, yeah, I just have friends call in and just keep an eye on her, when I'm not around. It makes it easy.
Yeah, pets need routine, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, she's a funny little buggy, she whenever I get on the computer, she likes to go use the bloody litter tray right beside me. I don't know what that is about, Whenever I eat, I have to feed her first. She don't want to eat anything. Like, I'll leave food out for her, but she'll nibble in the daytime. But the minute I sit down and try to eat, she sits there and stares at me and looks at a food bowl. So I've got to put food in a food bowl first. And then I'll start eating, and she's sitting there looking at me, looking at the food bowl. So, well, I can eat it, it's there, And then she goes, oh, you're right. And she starts eating it,
What did Joe say? A dog we had when I was growing up lived to 16 years. Dad gave him a glass of homemade red wine every day.
Fair enough.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Homemade wine. I started watching a document. Sorry, what did you say?
Huh?
I said I just started watching a documentary on lighthouses in the English. I think it's Scotland.
Oh, yeah.
But, I'll watch it later.
You see that Bell's, I think it's Bell's Island, Bell's something or other lighthouse. It's on a little rock right up the top, and it's in the North Sea. I think it's on the top of Scotland there somewhere. You'll see it. And holy shit, man, it's just how it's still there is way beyond me.
Oh, yeah, I've seen footage of that. The bloody waves are bigger than the fucking lighthouse.
Fucking, how'd you be being the lighthouse keeper for that?
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. No, that's
lonely job.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wouldn't be where you never get off the bloody, you never get out of there sort of thing with, I don't know how many bloody still days a year they have, but yeah, it would have been a hell of a job building the bastard in the first place. Fuck, crazy.
Well,
Otherwise,
it's the Atlantic, yeah.
yeah. North Sea. I think that's the North
Oh, the
Sea up
North
there.
Sea. Oh, yeah.
It's pretty rough out there. I had a bloody laugh. I saw a meme one time, and there was a bloke in a ship. It was a warship anyway. He's down to this person. He said, "We're coming your way. You're in our way, sort of thing. You need to get out of the way.
Oh, yeah.
We're a fucking we're a lighthouse. You fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
I've seen that.
Cracked me
Repeat,
up.
we're heading your way. Get out of the way. And a Scottish guy got on or something, said we're a fucking lighthouse or something.
Lighthouse.
Oh
Man, cracked me up
yeah,
that one. Beauty.
I saw that exit. Very polluted.
What's
Very
that?
polluted. Exit road. Yeah, Bangkok smog.
Yeah, it's terrible. That's why I can't. I love Bangkok, but I just can't deal with the smog for too long. Be a perfect job for a YouTube troll. Plenty of time. Yeah, no. Yeah, bloody hell. Yeah, well, they don't have much. Yeah, well, they don't have much to do with their time, do they? Fucking hell.
That's why I started my my own Discord. Just I'm over the fucking drama.
There he is. Yeah,
Unless we can talk about Thailand.
Yeah, well, that's why we started Titanium, man, because we just want to go out over yap and have a laugh and shit, and just talk about Thailand, stuff like that, what we like. That's what the genre's about, Can't be bothered with all that other crap. I don't watch it. I'm not interested in it, So I stay away from it. But, I'm sure there's a lot of people the same. But anyway, it is what it is.
When did you take those photos? Some of them are good photos you got.
Oh, that was last year. No, that was in 3 years ago. Last time I was there, I got a pile of bloody little videos. I put those ones up with that Buddhist nunnery tree. I think I've got about a dozen of those. That's nice there, eh? I sort of could. They got a few ponds there, sort of thing. Some of the bloody the lily pads, they're bloody foot across.
Yeah, they're huge.
That's right in the middle of Bangkok. That place is really nice. All teak walkways. You see all the teak walkways, all polished. Hey, Pedro. You want to come? The link's up there. You want to come on, Pedro? I can put the link out for you if you like.
Yeah, come on, Joe. Exit. Where else?
The bloody
I just made a pork steak. Oh fuck, it was nice.
Yeah, I just had one of those frozen bloody spaghetti bolognese for dinner. I got some bloody steaks, just those thin ones, from Coles.
Yeah.
Gonna use some veggies. Bloody pork steak. I'm looking forward to that salt and pepper squid tomorrow. It'll be nice.
Yum.
Top.
Oh God. I'll start my shifts tomorrow, so I've got 6 days in a row, all afternoon shifts.
Oh, well, it's all funny in the kick, I suppose.
Yeah, weekend works good. I think it's time and a half tomorrow and double time on Sunday.
No, that's all right.
And it's quiet. It's not that busy. It's not, it's just boring, like 9-hour shifts, fuck.
So what did you do? Was just watching the streets or something, are they?
No, monitor electronic alarms. So people's homes and businesses and...
Right.
Half the time you're ringing people up and telling them you haven't put your alarm on. So most of these alarms now, they're on what we call permacon. So it's by SIM cards. So we can actually dial back into them and turn them on.
Yeah, right.
You just ping them on the computer. Most of them are. So half the time the people don't have to go arm it. We just arm it for them. But we've got to let them know half the time. Sometimes you ring them up, no one answers on site, and you think, oh, fuck it, I'll put it on. Then all of a sudden these fucking alarms are coming through. Then they turn it off because the alarm will beep before it goes off.
Yeah.
And then they ring up, oh, sorry, we're still working back. Well, fucking tell us,
About a week or two. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, keep going.
No, I was just saying that's all it is really. It's just the hours, just it's 9 hours,
Oh, well,
but I'm enjoying it. So
not hard work. There's money in the kick, so But what else you got to be doing with your time, basically?
well, that's right. I haven't worked for a year, and I've spent all my savings basically. Like I had some savings for holiday and stuff like that, and I spent and the dole, the dole's not enough.
There was a guy up here about 2 weeks ago. There's a guy up here, right? Anyway, he must have he got a secure surveillance camera at the front of his house. But anyway, actually, no, I think it was a neighbour. He sort of looked out the window and he saw these little bloody kids, crackheads, like fucking stick figure kids, creeping up in the bloody at the front of next door neighbours and fucking looking at the cars and stuff. And he's saying, "Get out of that fucking car, you!" Just like that. And they fucking took off like a bullets, They fucking ran out.
They shit themselves.
They got the fuck out there real quick. And it was all on camera, all on bloody surveillance camera. It was on the news, and they made a big deal out of it. It was hilarious. They shit themselves. God.
Exit wrote, "How do you do salt and pepper squid? Just sear it in the pan."
I don't know. She's cooking it. Yeah, sear it in the pan. A bit of salt, pepper on it, I suppose. I think, I don't know. I'm no chef. I'll have to look at where how she does it because I've often had it and it's been nice, I had a really good meal one time at that pepper and salt restaurant in Dark Side of Pattaya. I went out there with Kevin, that Thailand Rock.
I've never been there.
Feed out there. I had ribs, and they have a scoop of this Russian, what is it? What do they call it? I think it was called Russian potato salad.
Oh, yes, nice.
Like a cream. It was fucking delicious. I didn't know I could only eat half the ribs, I gave the Kev, bloody, I forget what he had, and I forget what Rob had sort of thing, but bloody, but anyway, it wasn't a bad feed, It wasn't a bad play. I don't even know if he's still there. It's probably going to be different when I get back over there again, because like I said, I've been there for 3 years. But,
a lot of things have changed. Well, if you go to Bangkok, it's changed, but Pattaya, a lot of it's changed. You got all the fucking the weed shops are now everywhere.
Yeah. I'm sort of keen to get it. I'm keen to get out to Hua Hin and have a look. I want to get up to Chiang Mai and have a look up there too. So
Chiang Mai's nice.
Yeah, I really want to get. Nice. Yeah, I saw that bloody young couple. That young English couple. There he is. Pedro's on now. I'll put him on. And I'll add him in a second. There he is. Pedro's on now. There you go, mate.
G'day, fellas.
You're echoing.
Pedro's on now. I'm echoing. G'day, fellas.
You're echoing.
Okay, give me 2 secs. I'm echoing. G'day, fellas.
You're echoing.
Okay, give me 2 secs. I'm echoing. G'day, fellas.
You're echoing.
Okay, give me 2 secs. Echoing. Is that better?
Is that?
Yeah, I think that's better.
Yeah, you're right now?
Yeah, it's all good now, I think.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's bloody, when do you come back?
Next week.
Oh, yeah?
Next week, next Wednesday.
You'd be nearly Thailanded out by now, wouldn't
you? Oh, yeah, look, it does have that's probably one of the reasons I don't fucking live here. I don't live here. It's just, it's been 3.5 months. I've done everything I wanted to do, and
fair enough.
I'm kind of happy to come home,
Yeah. Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah, so
you wouldn't like the weather today, Pedro.
What's that, mate?
You wouldn't like the weather today. It was snowing on the Alps.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to Suckerhorn, and I can't believe it. But the weather in Melbourne's been really shit in the last 8-9 months.
Yeah.
Crazy. Man, it's fucking heat wave up there. You can't hardly walk out. You can't work out what. You can go out if you want to really get heat stroke and go outside and do something. Yeah, go for it. But it's only like 30. I think it was 38 here today, man. But the humidity is woeful. Anyway, crazy.
That's what it's usually like in Melbourne around this time of year. It gets pretty hot.
Yeah, well, tonight it's going to be 7 degrees in bloody Canberra. 18 degrees tomorrow. I just noticed it when I was watching the news. I was like, shit. You know, I thought, I didn't see
You
what
know,
it was going.
Frosty. You going, Frosty? Thanks, mate. Yeah, been hitting it hard, like kind of, well, not hard. The bar's
Yeah.
shut at 1 o'clock here,
Mm.
which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
So usually home by just after 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock at the latest. So
Yeah.
haven't been too bad, but it's kind of been every second night now. I kind of, like tonight, I went out last night. It wasn't a big night. I was just down in Soy 80, but
Yeah.
because I ride my fucking push bike down there, and I ride home. I don't have to worry about fucking getting tuk-tuks and
Yeah.
cabs and shit. I just get on my pushy and just fucking off I go. So, and then I end up fucking, there's always a few bars between here and where I went, so I kind of stop off on the way home.
Yeah.
How far is it?
Oh, look, Soy 80 is about probably a 10-minute push bike ride.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's not far.
Fucking hell, you'd be riding that push bike going with one eye closed, wouldn't you?
No, I won't normally ride, Ray. If I'm pissed, I won't ride the bike. I'll get a cab. But I'm usually all right. I've had a few beers. I've probably had about 7 or 8 Leos. And I'm okay. So I got some lights on my bike and that kind of thing. So just stopped off. There's a guy up here, Dutch guy, owns like a restaurant bar place, and I've kind of been calling in there on the way home.
Yeah, right.
A few expats in there, a bit of a beer with. And
I love Joe's comment there. The weather in Melbourne has been shit for the last 10,000 years.
Our spring's all right, but we haven't had much of a spring. This year's just been shit. Or last year's been shit.
Yeah,
it's crazy all over the place. But it's been pretty mild up until now. It's been pretty good anyway, I suppose. It is summer, and it is, it does get warm up here. Actually, it'd definitely be cooler in Thailand than what it would be here at the moment.
it's pretty hot today. Pretty hot in Hua Hin. It's been a lot of cloud cover, so it was pretty hot today. It's been cool. Had some wind and stuff off the beach.
Yeah.
But like today, it's fucking stinking hot. So it's been pretty warm. I haven't seen any fucking rain at all for, I reckon. Yeah, you're right, Frosty. I've been here for 3.5 months. I don't think I've seen any rain. I can't remember the last time I saw rain.
Yeah. I've been watching this bloody channel. These campers are just young couple called our Australia Trip. Anyway, they got like a V8 Land Cruiser and on the caravan. They're going around Australia. At the moment, they're down in Australia and what's that bit of land that fucking what do they call it? They're down there anyway. Just there's a sort of I don't know South Australia real well. I mean, I'll have a look.
Yeah, they do. What down on the beach?
Yeah,
the York Peninsula. York Peninsula.
That's it. Well, they're down there at the moment anyway. They're on the beach and it's bloody lovely. Then the wind come down from the north and it jumped from bloody like 22, 23 degrees, which is really nice, to 45.
40. Yeah.
They decided to get piss off out of there and find somewhere better because there was rain coming and they didn't want to be on the beach, when there's a storm coming, so they all got off the beach with their caravans and shit, the whole group of them. And there probably about 10 or 15 of them anyway, vans. Anyway, they found another spot there because they're talking about all the free stuff and the free places you can stay, the cheap places you can stay. It looks pretty cool there, actually. And they found another nice place where you can oversee the ocean and all that sort of stuff and all that. But the weather can just change just like that, 45 one day, then it's back down to 20 the next day. I'm thinking, Christ.
There's a few of those guys getting around. A couple of YouTubers a heap of YouTubers getting around Australia. I like watching them as well.
Yeah.
There's a few. They get their caravan and off they go.
Yeah, well, they were there with another group, and there's another guy in there. What's the name of his? I only stumbled across it yesterday. I think it was and sent it to TMW. He watches that channel I just mentioned too. The Lost Tribe. That's the other one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You all get around the caravans and they're full.
There's
Yeah,
another
nice.
one called Sparky's on the Loose.
Yeah, right.
I've seen that. They're
Yeah.
just a bloke and his missus. Apparently, I think they're both Sparky's by trade.
Yeah, right.
And they travel around Australia. They're pretty good to watch.
Yeah, I think I've watched nearly all of the bloody White Years Young Bloods. Man, I just got hooked on that channel. Channel. I just love his content. You know, he just, and what a life. You know, fucking hell. He knows where to go and what to get, sort of thing, and he knows how to catch it. That's for sure. It's all good. It'd be nice to go out there and catch a nice big ornate lobster, just the right size. You know, it's like a smorgasbord. You just pick out the one you want. If it's too big, just let it go. Otherwise, you know, fucking hell.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah, most showgrounds exactly. But there's some other ones there. They showed where you're up on a hill elevated over the ocean. You can sort of sit over and have a look over. You can see all the sharks and they're swimming around. I remember going up Double Island Point when I was a kid, and I climbed right up the cape, got right up the end of the cape. They climbed up the top of the hill, and you could see over the reef. Oh man, the big sharks swimming around there, see all the fish swimming around. It was awesome, eh? Beautiful place.
Yeah, that's the thing about over here. You don't have to worry about sharks in Thailand.
Yeah, yeah.
You get real.
What's in the ocean? What do they call them? Blue bottles? No, what are they called?
Blue bottles and shit. Yeah.
What over here?
Yeah.
Over there, Thailand. Oh, you get blue bottles. You get bloody. What's some other irukandji jellyfish? You get all sorts of bodies.
Yeah, jellyfish. Didn't Capio get fucking stung?
Yeah, I
Capio.
It's like seasonal, isn't it? Yeah, you do hear about people getting bitten by jellyfish, but I've been out in the water here a few times now, even down Kartakia Beach down there, and not a problem.
You get that big man of wars, that big brown man of wars over there. You get those big man of wars, they call them. Man of wars. They're big jellyfish, brown thing. They get their tentacles. Yeah, man, holy shit. You need a gallon of bloody vinegar to get the sting out of your arm and get the pain out of it. Awful.
You're lucky to see a fucking bird here, you know.
I like TMW. And the biggest stingers in Thailand are the farangs and the type.
I'll tell you what you do see a lot. Fucking monkeys. Especially down this way.
They don't do much for me, that bloke.
I did. Like you say, I was riding down to get breakfast this morning, and I think it was bin day, so the bins are out, and the fucking monkeys are into the bins, aren't they? Fucking all the fucking rubbish is all on the ground. Yeah. There's about 4 monkeys sitting on this bin, like fuckers, like they're from Monkey Mountain. There's a mountain here called Monkey Mountain.
Yeah.
Obviously for fucking obvious reasons, but it's got a temple there as well. And I think they all come from there.
When I first got to Bangkok, one night I was just walking down Sukhumvit, and bloody pile of rubbish there, fucking rats all over, running around, and like, oh, fucking, they shit myself because something you don't often see here. It's just out. Everyone's just walking around, fucking big rats there. I hate rats.
Yeah, rats are probably the top of the ones that you don't like seeing is fucking rats. Monkeys are up there as well. I don't like monkeys.
Soy dogs.
Soy dogs. So we've ticked the top three animals that like our plane. Soy dogs, rats, and fucking monkeys.
I suppose soy dogs have to be on the top because they're the one you get up the most problem with.
Mate, since I've moved down here, I've moved towards Kartakia, and I'm staying in like a soy, but it's right at the start.
Yeah.
But there's no dogs around. There are dogs over the road, but there's a Falang bloke living there, and he's got some big dogs in there, but they're behind the gates all the time. So you walk past, I just ignore the fucking things. But they all bark. But they're behind gates. But as for soy dogs out on the soy at night, especially, it's good round here. It's pretty quiet.
Yeah.
I haven't got the problem I had further down when I was in the party house with the family.
Yeah, bastards. Yeah, it sucks when you way out, you got to get past them. You know, it's all right if you got another way, you can just go another way.
You got to
That's
take
right.
a stick with you. I'd like took the broom, and then
Yeah.
I'd leave the broom at the end of the soy for when I got home.
Yeah.
Pick up the
I know.
broom and come down the soy.
I suppose I never had any problems with it when I was there, but you know,
I met this Dutch guy I'm talking about who owns this bar down here.
yeah,
I told him about my soy dog fucking problems,
yeah,
and I got this off him. I'll go and get it.
yeah. Buttbacks a shotgun. Well,
When I was
Yeah.
in Hawaiian, it rained nearly every day. I wanted to go to the lookout, but
Yeah.
what's the
That-
point? You couldn't see anything,
yeah, exactly.
you know. So a taxi driver said she was going to charge me $500 to get up there, wait for me for an hour, and come back, which is
Oh,
not
yeah.
bad, I suppose.
Yeah, it is. Well, they're good to get around like that. What's that? That
Well,
right?
it's a flashlight, right? It's a torch, right? So I told him
Yeah.
about these sort of issues. He goes, I bought these online just to get rid of the soy dogs, right? So the torch. He goes, no, it's not. It's got a
It's a
it's got a
baton.
taser. It's got a taser on it,
Oh,
right? So there's two buttons. There's one button for the torch.
Yeah,
Where's that? There it
The
is.
other one.
There.
the other
And
for
then
the
the other
laser.
button is what's meant to make a fucking noise.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
taser noise.
Yeah, it scares the shit out of the dog.
Yeah, it scares the shit out of them. So
Yeah.
I started, but it's not fucking working. But I don't want to fucking taser myself. So
Oh right, it's got a taser on it.
yeah, it's got a taser on it.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, that'll wake them up.
I don't know how to fucking use it, but
Probably see fucking Pete. Like a zap.
yeah, they just don't like that noise, that noise.
You know what you do with that when you get home? Just when your mates come around, have a few drinks, get our piss, leave it on the counter, leave it on the table. One of them was bound to pick it up and give himself a zap. I had a cig, you know, those cigarette lighters you get when you press them down, it gives you a zap, and you get those biros too. I
yeah.
can't believe I made him one once. I got him twice with the same pen in 10 minutes. I don't know how I did it. I did it. I got it. Hilarious.
It's not a flashlight.
Yeah, it's a flash. I don't know about getting that through customs, but it
Yeah.
even if the customs bloke picked it up, I reckon he probably, unless they've seen it before,
Just act ignorant.
it just
It's
looks
all
like a fucking torch.
Yeah. Just
But apparently-
my brother
It
My
is a
brother
taser.
bought a taser through customs. He pulled it all apart and put it in 3 suitcases,
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
right.
and he got it through a proper taser.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I suppose it'd be a fair fine, wouldn't it? If you got fucking.
Oh
caught?
yeah,
Yeah, I've seen them selling those on side of Sugarpit Road. Yeah, it's that
yeah. They
tasers.
sell everything.
Yeah. Fucking brass knuckles, you know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
Fucking
stars,
machine
those stars. Those
yeah, knuckle dusters.
knuckle
Yeah.
dusters. I think they throw the stars.
Yeah, the ninja
Kung fu
stars.
things.
Yeah,
Used
Yeah,
to watch them
so-
on kung fu shows.
crazy.
They sell those M16s with the they just shoot pellets,
Yep.
Yeah.
Jump.
but they look like a fucking full on M16.
Yeah.
Gee.
To get
Okay.
that in the country.
I walked in that bloody trade markets, and I walked past the shop, and I walked in there, had all that sort of stuff, guns and pistols and all that sort of shit. You know, I got a few photos of it actually. I think it's on a hard drive. The ones I got on the thing, it was only the second trip. On first trip, I've still got on a hard drive somewhere.
Yeah.
Might be
Yeah,
like, I got to put them all on bloody on the computer because I'm getting 100 gigabytes of storage now. I only had like the standard fucking 8 or 10 or whatever they give you, you know. So
Hmm.
I'll get bloody 100 now, sort of thing. So I'm gonna have a bit more stuff on there.
Yeah,
Pedro,
that's
you been
next.
to a shooting range?
Huh?
Pedro, have you ever been to a shooting range?
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Not in Thailand.
Oh,
Not in Thailand.
they're all over the place in Thailand. Pataya's got a few.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, like a Ridgy Ditch one.
Yeah. Well, you can fire an AK-47 and
yeah. No, I haven't. I haven't done that one in Thailand. It's kind of
You gotta
weird,
hang
though, isn't it?
They like to pull to the left. You got to hang on to them suckers. Those
Yeah,
bloody,
they sort of shoot up a bit.
yeah, those machine pistols, they like to shoot up too. You got to hold them down. Yeah, I've used them a fair bit.
Well, back in the day in Cambodia, that you can go to these. Apparently, you can go to these shooting ranges, right? And you could let off a fucking like a bazooka, right?
Yeah,
And yeah, bazooka. Is that what they're called, bazookas?
yeah, on your shoulder, yeah.
Yeah.
And you could actually launch it into this like field where they put cows there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can blow the fuck out of the cow. You can blow the cows up.
Oh, fuck.
Christ.
Yeah, apparently it was the thing to do. Apparently it wasn't cheap though. It wasn't cheap to blow the cows up.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then,
fucking.
and then that cow fed a family of 10.
Fucking mince meat. Yeah.
Hi, Harriet. How are you?
Fucking hell. Used to be a fucking firing range, no, a shooting range not far from where I live. And I used to go up there all the time. I had a couple of old 303s and a 243 and shit. I just like target shooting. My grandfather was in the Australian shooting team. I sort of mainly got it from him, I think, but yeah, now we can't shoot anymore. That's all houses up there now. But,
Imagine like blowing a cow up with a bazooka. Like there'd be minced beef, but there wouldn't be much left, would there? Like seriously, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Crazy.
Oh man, I think the arrow wouldn't catch on here. I think the RSPCA might have something to say about that one.
Yeah, well, that's
all that ruined me too. It sucks.
What cut would you like, sir?
yeah. That's what I haven't had over here. I haven't had a good steak since I've been here. I actually not that I've been looking, but I know there's a few steak joints here in Hua Hin, but I'm looking forward to having a steak when I get back to Melbourne.
You get a craving for it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, big braised cow you could have over there, braised cow and onions. But, yeah, it's like that. Yeah, man, I tell you, you'll be drying out a little bit when you get home because you'll notice the difference between the bloody having a beer over there and over here. Now they bloody whacked up a big tax on it now. Obviously, the bloody government don't like drinking beer. You don't drink too much beer. That's an Australian tradition. Get to the pub on a Friday over and get on it a bit.
Don't rub it in, Ray. Don't rub it in. Yeah, good Aussie pub steak exit. That's the one. Around here at the one of these little fucking supermarkets, you get a box of beer. 15 big tall soldiers.
Yeah.
Just under 600 baht.
Shit, that's too much. What's that? That's about $20.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
that's probably half the price?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, you can get Leo in Melbourne at Aldi for, I think, is it a dozen stubbies for about $19 or something, I think it is.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. Pretty good in Melbourne prices, like you said. But you can get 15 of these for just under 600 baht around the corner.
Cheap.
Yeah, so.
Is that Blue Port?
No, like an Asian, an Asian shop. Anyway, I've drank that much Leo that I'll just show you. Leo and water.
21 bucks for 12 Leo Lek Exostone.
Oh my God.
That's my bin.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Have a drink.
Leo's go down well on the hot day.
Yeah.
They do. I love Leo.
You 10 cents each for that one if you bring them home.
I know it's a lot of fucking. That's a lot of water as well, because obviously you got to drink bottled water.
Yeah.
You staying in a unit? A condo?
I'm staying in a house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like a house.
Yeah, right.
There's about 4 of them on this property,
Oh.
just in a quiet soy. 1,000 baht a night.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's
So
all
it's pretty
right.
cheap. Yeah, I've had she keeps on knocking on the door. People want to have a look at it all the time. So I was, yeah, bring them in, you know.
Mm.
I was talking to Suckerhorn before, and some Aussie bloke come in, and because I'm out next week, so she wants to get someone in, you know,
Right
as quick
away.
as possible, obviously. So
Fair enough.
yeah,
That's
just
all right.
And what's the shortest period of time you can stay there?
Well, you can stay here for fucking a couple of nights or 3 nights or 4. You know, the longer the better. Obviously, she's looking for long termers. I was here for, I think it was 19 days.
Yeah.
And if you stay here for a month, it's the same price. So it cost me 1,000 baht. So 17,000 baht it cost me for 19 days. Stay 28 days, it's the same price.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
nice.
So, and all the other houses here, they're long termers. There's a guy next door. He's Norwegian. He's got a Thai wife.
Yeah,
They're here fucking 6 months or something.
yeah, right.
And there's a guy up the end, a German guy. He's been here for a long time. And
Negotiate everything, wouldn't they?
What's that?
They'd negotiate a bit on long term.
Yeah, 100%. She's a good chick.
Yeah.
I'll probably stay here again if I can, you know.
Right.
But
Well,
there's places everywhere. Like in Hore Hin, there's so many places that you don't know about. You know, like we always go through booking.com and all that kind of stuff. So much accommodation on offer. Like this house I didn't even know about. I just
some of those places Johnny was reviewing, you know, like those high rise, you know, you can oversee the ocean. That's what I'd like. Just wake up and look over the ocean sort of thing every morning, sort of thing, you know, and yeah, the main problem is, you know, you want to make sure those elevators they take a shit halfway down, you know. We're stuck in an elevator once, that sucks.
Don't like staying in high hotels. I'd rather, you know, I don't like lifts. I'd just rather be on the ground. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
I know the good views. Hore Hin's obviously got some big hotels like the Hilton Hotel, which is, you know, getting a bit. You know, it's getting a bit old these days. The old Hilton
it's a bit dated now.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to sort of go to Thailand. I want to go to Bangkok, but I don't know how long I can stay there for. Me, long as they'll give it to me, you know. But I like to stay there for about 3 days and then get out of there, go somewhere else, and then sort of, you know, there for a while and then go somewhere else and then come back to Bangkok. And there's so much there I want to see them do, you know. But I definitely want to go to Chiang Mai and Hua Hin. Definitely want to go down Rail, go down Joe's Way, you know, probably down to Chatwood. I can't pronounce where Joe is down there. Just go down that way and have a look too, you know. But I just want to work my way around. Just sort of
come up with a bit of a rough plan, Ray. Things change.
I'll book in a few places before I go. Last time I just left it, you know, and it cost me a lot of money. You know, to get a bit early and get a deal. I'll get a few deals, and then, you know, I'll do a bit of booking on the spot when I get there too. You know, like when I move out, I'll work out what I'm doing. I'll just get into the things again. I've got to get used to it all again. You know, get online on the bloody.
It's all about finding your feet over here, and because it's obviously a different country, and it's completely different from fucking Melbourne and Australia and Queensland, and so it does take you a little bit. My mate's just got over here. He just got here last Friday, but he's found it hard to. He hasn't been here for 3 years because of COVID, and he's kind of really found it hard to get back into things, which might sound weird, but you know what I mean. Just to find his feet again.
Yeah, we'll take a bit. You know, that young I was talking about before. They went out to I think it's the Ancient City. They had a good look around there. It's quite big, isn't it? I didn't realise it was so big.
Yeah.
Then they went up the top of that building, you know, where you can walk out over the glass. Fuck that.
Yeah. Where's that one?
That one's in Bangkok.
Yeah, right.
Get the name of the thing. Well, Joel Friend's the name of that channel. you get on there and have a look, that's his name. That's his name. So
What's his
you'll
name?
see Joel Friend. He's
Joel.
Joel JOELFRIEND. I'll find it for you. I'll send you.
No worries.
Ancient City. Hang on a second. I'll send you the link. And a second. Where is it? I was only watching it today.
Yeah, it used to be $18, I think, exit, but it's gone up a little bit. It's still cheap. Thailand's still cheap compared to Australia. We're, you know, as we know, especially from fucking Melbourne and that, like it's fucking expensive. Everything's gone up. So it's still cheap here. Even though it's gone up a little bit, it's still cheap, you know. It's a no-brainer. That's why so many people come over here and retire, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a lifestyle. That's what grabs you.
It's
a real easy going lifestyle over here.
The name of this one's Exploring Bangkok's Ancient City.
Oh yeah.
I'll put it. I think I'll put it on the titanium chat.
Yeah, no worries.
I think Tim raised his eyebrows there too. Where is it?
I don't think I've been there.
Yeah, it looked all right actually. It's quite big. I didn't, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks good, you know. They sort of, it's a young couple sort of thing, English couple. They do good stuff.
Yep. Oh yeah. There's a shitload of fucking YouTubers over here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
control.
They might walk around sticking bloody cameras in your face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just send it to you. Oh, Zemmy's gone. He's
Yeah,
done
got it.
Yeah.
I've got it on the phone there. Yeah, I'll check it out later.
Yeah, it's worth a look. You know, it doesn't go for too long, but it's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's interesting actually. They they sort of got a tuk-tuk there, and you know, get around. They had a little thing they get around in. It goes a bit like Angkor Wat, you know, different areas of it.
Yep.
And have a look around. But I sort of watch them. They go to mainly beach stuff, you know, being a young couple sort of thing. They go to find some pretty cool places. They do a lot of traveling. Actually, they went to one island where Jay was born. It's off the coast of Spain.
Oh, really?
Place they went right up. You know, it's really you can go up on the hills and mountains and overlook the ocean, sort of thing, and it's above the fucking clouds. Yes. Yeah, let's have a look at the channel. You have a flick through it when you've got a bit of time, you know, and the links there. And yeah,
been checking out a few different.
Yeah, the Philippines, Thailand, they've been all over there. But there's bloody man, it's hot here today. It's still hot here now. It's bloody aircon. I don't want my bed all hot, you know, because the other night I went to go to sleep and the bed was just cracked the sweat straight away, you know. Like, oh, fuck this. And tossed and turned all night. Not sort of hard to do.
I've got the aircon cranked up now. I've got the aircon in here and the aircon in the bedroom, but I found it kind of hard, you know, because I don't live here, and to get the aircon, it's either too fucking cold or it's not cold enough.
Yeah, right. Fair enough.
So fucking up, turning lights on, trying to get the fucking, because they're really like these. They're not the newest aircons around. You know what I mean? They've been around for a bit, and they're kind of really fucking hard to use sometimes to find the.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So, but today had the aircon all day.
Yeah, right.
Which is going to cost them fuck all.
Yeah.
Not like Australia.
Yeah. Well, they reckon they're bringing the price down. You know, they shouldn't have fucking privatised it in the first place. I remember when up here, when they sold it off the bloody electricity thing to the bloody, they privatised it. That Peter fucking Beattie, the idiot, he's going, well, privatise it, power bills will come down. Well, so as soon as he said that, I thought, how stupid do you think we are? When you bring bloody shareholders and CEOs into something, they want to make more money. You know, so it ain't going to work. You know, the fucking idiots.
Hmm.
Fuck, got a fucking horse that big prick anyway.
I can't see anything going down at all.
You go, Michelle. Yeah, no, fuck down there. It'll just keep going up.
Yeah.
You know, it's just got crazy. You know, but yeah. But anyway, they can't get too much. They can only wring so much money out of us.
Yeah. Well, my house repayments are going up and up and up and up, and apparently they're going to go up again. Apparently, they've gone up today or something. I heard the RBA's put the interest rates up again, and
Yeah, they got another 4. They got another 4 of them coming in the next few months. Yeah, that's a good item.
Yeah.
Not to make it easier.
No, people just can't afford to live in Australia. Can't, you know?
Yeah, that's what I want to back out.
Down.
Yeah, I'll just sell off all my shit, and you know, I'll stay here for 6 months a year and go over there for 6 months. I don't want to be over there in the heat of the, you know, in that. I also have a few mates that used to come over from New Zealand, you know, but they didn't like it when it was freezing cold over there, so they come over here when it's freezing cold there, and that way they, you know, and then they go back over there, and you know, that way that all year round is pretty much the same temperature. So, but I don't want to be over there when it's stinking hot and raining, so I'll come back here for that. I won't bloody.
Sex, my wife's ringing me, so I've got to.
Don't worry.
She's up country.
Yeah, right.
I'm meeting up with her in Bangkok on Monday at
Yeah, right.
at the Siloam Serene. That's where Jono stays as well. It's good hotel.
Yeah.
Siloam Road area.
I was staying at that Ramsey Hotel. It was pretty good. The rooms are comfy. It's right down there, bloody Terminal 21. But I was staying at that's a bit dated. It's a pretty shitty old fucking place. You know, you walk out and it's just, you know, I'd hate to run a blue light over the bloody thing. You know, you wouldn't want to sit anywhere in those fucking rooms. But anyway, it's what it is.
Hello. I'm just on a video call with Ray from Queensland. Oh, you got the Sri Lankan shirt on. Oh, it's good, huh? Nào mấy? Mấy nào à? Bay cái gà bay thế này à? Oh, yeah. All right. I'll ring you back. See ya.
Okay.
Bye. Sorry about that.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's got a message there too. I've got to I've got a guys who's fucking trouble with it. I was looking at leaking pass. Put a bloody kit through the power steering pump. She put it in. They've got a mechanic. He went and had a look at it, you know, and he said, "Oh no, the bloody rear oil seal's leaking on the transmission. We've got to take it out. $4,000 to $6,000." Anyway, I said, "No, fuck that." I got hold of him. I said, "Mate, you fucking kidding me, aren't you?" Anyway, I said, "Got to the car. I said, just take the fucking thing back. Don't even touch it." You know. Anyway, I got it down to my mate's place and put it up in the hoist and had a look, and it was a bloody turned out to be the power steering pump. He took it out, put a kit in it. Put us a little bloody massive Tribute, an East-West motor. So you got to pull off the car apart to get the power steering pump off it. But now you put a kit, it's still leaking for some reason.
Yeah. Sometimes it's really hard to find, isn't it, when you're trying to find a leak?
Oh yeah.
I
thought it was the seal over around the camshaft, you know, because it all comes out, you know, into where the bloody drive belt and all that sort of shit, you know, drive pulleys. But anyway, yeah, I'll have a look at this thing tomorrow. I've got to go up there in the morning anyway. Mum's going to cook me up a nice feed, so I'll have a look at it. Might be just a broken hose. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
Fucking idiot. I said not to
look at it.
Yeah.
Frosty, you're going back in April, May. Songkran. Nice and hot that time of year, man. And then back in December, January, nice one.
Yeah, right. Cool.
Yeah, people kind of, real punters, the Thai guys, the people like coming over here, they kind of come here twice a year now, don't they? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Try and, it was always hard just to get here once a year was good. But then you get these people coming, like there's a lot of, it's supposed to be really the peak season right now, but it's pretty quiet. It's not busy here in Hua Hin at all. There's plenty of people around, but it's just, as you were seeing on my videos, it's kind of still not busy, back to normal kind of thing. Well, but then again, Hua Hin it's never been that busy. It's kind of been like a town for the Thais on the weekends and shit. So it's not really it wasn't on everyone's list. People go to Pattaya. Like most people fly to Bangkok, Suvarnabhumi, get in a taxi and go straight to Pattaya. Like, don't go anywhere else.
Pattaya.
Go there for a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is, and that's all they do.
Yeah, right.
So, but things have changed a little bit. Places change. I used to go to Koh Samui a lot back in the early days, but I don't really go there anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've done Pattaya, I've been there. I don't know whether I'll go back about it. I think I will sort of see, pretty much what I want to see there, but I want to see a few other places when I get there, sort of thing, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It just got interrupted, sort of thing, before this COVID shit for the last couple of years.
Yeah, g'day, Mark. How you going, mate? Hi, guys. Just arrived this week. Escaped the UK winter. Nice one, mate. Nice one. Welcome to the land of smiles. To the land of Leo, they call it now. The land of Leo.
Yeah.
Geez, I've drank some fucking Leo, I'll tell you. I went to there's just down here where I live, where I was staying, there's a soccer ground. It's got like a stadium and lights and, and it's where Hua Hin plays. Hua Hin, I think I did a video on it. I'll get that out in a couple of weeks, but they're called Hua Hin United. And they played last Saturday against Katchanaburi.
Yeah, right.
They played them. They're about third division or something like that. They're not high league like Buriram. But it was good. It was $5 to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And there was heaps of people there, like a lot of expats. I reckon there was probably I reckon half the crowd were Falang, were Westerners.
Yeah, well, I'm not going over there so I can talk to fucking Falang, I want to sort of check the culture and shit,
Oh, for sure.
Funny things to see. Yeah, there's some nice stuff there, like when I went to bloody Pattaya, I went to that Sanctuary of Truth and that other bloody one where the Terracotta Warriors and shit are, went there and bloody where else? Right, Siam, Pattaya, but all that sort of shit,
You won't be going to Pattaya.
No, I don't think I'll get back there.
Nah.
Sort of been there, done it, No, it is. It's a shit hole, mate. It's like, it's like every now and again they get a fucking gigantic animal. They get a flood,
I don't know. I just Mark Thiel, 6 weeks condo in Bangkok. Based myself.
Well, that's 3 or 4
on 3 or 4 days. Oh, that sounds good. That's not a bad idea, Mark.
Yeah, that's clever. Yeah, that's probably.
I didn't feel comfortable in Pattaya. I didn't feel comfortable at all.
Yeah, I had a look around. I went down Beach Road and had a look. I went up walk. I only made it up about third of the way up Walking Street, looking, oh yeah, I've been here, done that, see ya. I got out of there and bloody, bars and that, I went to one of those bloody meat nights, one of those Kev's meat nights at the Hideaway, met all those fucking
Yeah,
bloggers.
that's cool. That's cool.
Checked the windmill out just to see what it was, man. It was fucking gross. Oh, it was, I don't know. It's definitely different, that's for sure. But anyway, I just want to go there, make sure, just say that I've been there, and then what other one? Well, I like Hooters. I just like sitting at Hooters and just watch people get have a feed,
Yeah, it's not bad. It's you know what you're going to get.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
But I was staying in sort of Bacau down that way, and I'd come out of my hotel in the morning or mid-morning, whatever, and walk down the road, or say lunchtime, and all the bars and that are just full of all these blokes, like all these, I don't know, Aussies, Euro, English, fucking. And you just feel all these eyes on you all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just feel these eyes on you, and you kind of, you might want to go into this bar, but there's just too many geezers in there. Like they're just looking at you, and I know I just feel uncomfortable. It's not like they haven't put the welcome mat out. It's like.
No, I just think they're going to do that shit at home. I don't see any sense traveling 9, 10 hours, 8 hours or whatever, go and do the same shit I can do at home. It doesn't make any sense,
No, they're just bar flies, and they just sit in those bars all day. And
having fun, and have a look around. But, I've got so many videos and so many photos, I've got fucking thousands, like I like to just remember where I've been and what I've done,
Yeah, didn't get the GoPro out at all in Pattaya. Didn't fucking worry.
I've got to get a better way of recording stuff. I'm going to buy a better phone, actually. I've got that S8 Plus. It's just been knackered, I might get something like that. But I'm sort of, yeah. But I don't walk the streets with it out, I just, if I go in something like that that's really interesting, I'll film it when I walk in there, and I don't go sticking it in everyone's face and all that sort of stuff. But
no, not at all. Not at all.
Well, you walk past fucking every bar in Pattaya, there's somebody sitting in there with a fucking camera. Sort of bugs me.
Those mobile phones have got good fucking cameras on them now, haven't they?
Yeah, well, I'm going to buy a new phone. Joe was saying he got one of those, what is it, S20 or S21 Ultra, and they got really good. I want something. Well, actually, I think the 21s don't have an SD card in them, but they got a 256 gigabyte memory. You can record in them, so you don't really need it. But actually, it was good because otherwise you're just juggling bloody SD cards all the time. I've got a pile of them laying around here.
Yeah, fucking where am I? I've got SD cards everywhere. I've used 5 SD cards already.
Well, I got little ones here. I'll put in my fucking camera, in my phone. But last time I went there, I took 2 phones. I got an Oppo, and I was using that too. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But the what do you call the the bloody Samsung? Well, back then it was pretty new, an S8 Plus. Anyway, I've got a good camera in it, but if you do it in 4K, you're using a lot of bloody download, so taking a lot of. So I just dropped the resolution. No, I can't tell the difference, mate. My eyes aren't the greatest.
I think Frosty's just said the S23 Ultra's out now.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that tonight. Actually, I saw that out.
Yeah, they just get better and better, but they're not cheap, are they?
No, they're not. Yeah, but I'll get an older one because I don't really want to pay a couple $1,000 for a fucking camera.
Well, yeah.
But I'll get a 21 or a 20 or something like that. That'll be what I want to do.
Yeah.
I get the condition will be right, But the S8 Plus is obsolete now. The charger port on it's not the greatest. So I had to go and get one of those cordless chargers so I can sit it on at night time when I go to bed. So that's why I can charge it now.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's about 1,300 fucking pound. Which in Australia, that's probably nearly just over $2,000.
That's a lot of money for a phone, isn't it?
Yeah,
But,
fucking hell, that's a lot of money. You know,
yeah,
that's why everyone goes on plans, don't they? They get these plans,
yeah.
you know.
I can do that, but I don't like to be. I'd just rather own it outright and just give.
Yeah.
You know, I got a bloody plan through Aldi for my phone. You know, or it's just a plan for bloody data. You know, like I only get a little bit of data. I just use the phone. And I think it cost me $15 a month, sort of thing. You know, but you get the $25 one. You know, and I never used the data. I had about 400 or 500 bloody gigabytes of data backed up on it. But anyway, I changed it to the 15, but I lost it all. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I didn't even, I think I got about 20 filled up now. I only get, you only get a little bit of data with it, but I use it for the phone, you know. If I'm home, I just use what?
When you're in Thailand, if you come over to Thailand next time, make sure you get one of these Thai SIM cards.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think I've got
I think it's
I-
AIS.
Yeah, I'll get AIS. I've got a couple of times. I've got that a couple of times.
Where is it?
Yeah, it's they're not there. And Frosty,
So there
they've
it is
got,
there. It's AIS 5G,
yeah,
and I think you initially pay. I was with Suckerholm when I did it. I think you initially pay about 700 baht. They want you. You've got to produce your passport because everything's recorded now when you get a phone number over here.
yeah, I had to do that when I was.
Yeah, so about 700, 800 baht. So, but you don't have to. So you
How much data do you get with that?
unlimited.
Oh, that makes it easier.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is once a month is just pay 200 baht once a month,
Oh, that's all right.
and that's it.
Yeah,
you know.
it's all right.
It's really good. It's really good. And I've been using my phone, and then I've been sharing the data onto my computer.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. I tether stuff. I take my tablet with me and I tether that, you know.
Yeah, but it just stopped. It just started refusing my my Apple phone. I don't. Maybe my daughter reckons I've been using it too much, sharing the data on the phone to the computer.
Yeah, right.
So it stopped fucking sharing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I've just gone to Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi here at the house is not too bad. But yeah, these are the best. These SIM cards, you can't beat them.
Yeah.
Really good.
Got a couple of these AIS ones here, but they're fucked after 12 months. But hey, that S21 Ultra you got there, Frosty, does that have a SIM card in it? Joe was saying that either 20 or 21 doesn't have a SIM card.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, the AIS tourist SIM, like Mark said. Yeah, that's the one.
Not SIM card, SD card, sorry. Yeah, the SD card I'm talking about, the storage. Yeah, but they have a SIM. That's one thing I liked about that Oppo phone I had was just as good as what the bloody I still got it. It's just as good as what the S8 Plus was, but it took dual SIMs.
Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah,
but,
Frosty reckons yes.
And no, it doesn't have SD card.
And then no, so but yeah, the good thing about like the laptop. Do you bring a laptop over when you come over, Ray?
No, I just bring a tablet.
Yeah, a tablet.
Any videos, I just upload them straight onto YouTube.
Yeah.
And just store them there, sort of thing, you know, and then take them off the SIM. So I'll take a couple of SD cards with me, and I juggle SD cards, so I've got plenty of storage. That's why I've always, you know, but if I get a better phone, you know, with more storage, I won't need to do that. But I still, just in case I lose my phone, you know, I upload everything, sort of thing, you know. So
yeah, but just stuff like this, Ray. You know, when you're over here, you get a bit of downtime, a fair bit. You know, sometimes I probably won't even go out tonight, but I'm just happy, you know, sitting here and chatting with you guys. You know, and I don't go out every night.
Same, hey, I like to go. if you do too much, you forget after what you do.
Yeah, yeah, and I
Yeah.
there for 3.5 months, so
Yeah.
I've got plenty of time to kill, and
Yeah.
I'm back home next Wednesday, and I've got a mate just got here up the road here in Horhin, and I've kind of he's going out every night. That's great, but no, I like having. It's good, and I've been watching a few movies on the laptop as well.
You know?
I've
Don't
been on Netflix.
tell him not to go to fucking Cambodia.
Or maybe he should. Maybe he should. You know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, on his own.
You know.
Yeah. All the this thing of all the value you got now when you get home, you get the fuck out of your mate. The lady boy.
How's this one? I was down at a bar last night with my mate having a beer, and there's all these fucking lady boys working in the bar, and there was this fucking one, and no shit, like it was a bloke with long hair, really. That's all it was. And this bloke pulled up. He was probably about late 60s, I'd say.
Yeah.
Sat down at the table I was on. I said good day to him, and he didn't want to fucking know about it. That's all right. Pedro Type Blue kicking around Friday. Yeah. Anyway, so this ladyboy comes up and starts talking to him, the bloke with the long hair.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, this is no shit, and this probably won't fucking, everyone's fucking seen it before. Next thing you know, they're sticking each other's tongue down their fucking throats.
Oh no.
Oh, it was fucking shocking. I was with the phone. I was like this going, fuck. Look, I couldn't look at it. But this guy, this 70-year-old guy, had his fucking tongue down this bloke's throat.
Yeah.
They were passing on for about, probably about 10, 15 minutes.
How old? 70-year-old, you say?
Oh, probably close to.
Oh, that's fucking awful.
I don't know what's going on. Obviously, you can't mistake. Look, I know people do mistake ladyboys for Sheilas. I know that mistake occurs a lot over here. Not that I ever made that mistake, but people do.
Someone be
People
cut off.
can't differentiate between a girl and a bloke.
Yeah, I studied that pretty closely, believe me.
Yeah. So
They scared the shit.
it was pretty plain to see. It was pretty plain to see that this fucking Sheila was a bloke.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Exactly.
It was a bloke. And he would have known that. So obviously he doesn't mind. Anyway, he wanted the bar fine it, right? And this is when it got a little bit fucking how would I say? When it was pear shaped.
Yeah, sideways, yeah.
It's funny how what you see in you're sitting in a bar, what you see.
Those things are pretty freaky things.
Yeah, I know. There's some fucking freakers over here.
The first time I went to Hooters, I sat there, and there was a fucking bloke come up. He's French or some bloody thing, and he had a kid or a girl with him. She's only a kid. He's all over, and I was going, man, back in Australia, I would have elbowed him straight in the side of the fucking head and dropped him like a bad habit, eh? But, I thought, the number one rule, you don't go getting into shit like that here over there. You'll end up in the fucking, it'll cost you money, and you'll end up in the clink. So I just walked away, but the mate.
Yeah, I think you need to walk away. I think
I just got out of it.
I don't think you need to cause. You don't want to get in the blue over here. Not even with a fun, But yeah, it was pretty full on, Frosty. I was pretty fucking sick by it. Like it was right in the face.
Yeah.
And then they wanted 500 baht for the bar fine, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't want to pay it. He didn't want to pay it. He said, "Look, I just want to take her or it or he or her. I just want to get a massage."
Oh, of course he does.
But you're still taking it away from the bar, so you got to pay a bar fine. Yeah. He didn't want to pay it, so they had a bit of a standoff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
He fucked off, and and life goes on.
Yeah.
And life goes on. So,
Handpick waving. What the fuck?
G'day, Pert. How you going, mate?
There you go, Bert. You come back on, Zimmy? There you go, Steve.
Yeah, g'day, Steve. Thanks, mate. Appreciate
Yeah,
your
thank-
kind words.
that bloody, yeah. The things you see there. Man, I was sitting at Hooters when I was in staying at Nana Hotel. I hung around that Hooters a fair bit, just relaxing sort of thing, just watching. I like to sit there and watch people. And there was this big lady boy walking up and down Soy 4, man. It was like fucking like an orangutan. It was big.
Oh,
And
man.
and it was like the boss of all the lady boys, It was always
Yeah.
blowing up. One, I saw her get in a fight with about 3 other ones. And, oh, man, they could freaking.
Yeah, they like it blue, the old lady boys, don't they? They like having it blue because they're fucking blokes.
I know. I thought, man, fuck that. I thought there's going to be some dirty bastard out there who'd fucking jump that. No worries. Probably turn somebody on, but nah.
Seriously, this bloke was the ugliest fucking lady boy I've ever seen in my life. It was pretty bad. But yeah, this I don't know who he was. A Euro, I think.
Yeah.
That's not taking anything away from the Euros, but it could have been Australian. But he was definitely, he had an accent, kind of European accent.
And when I was in bloody Windmill, there was this whole Japanese bloke beside me. He had this fucking shield and mate. He had fucking going nuts with his fingers and bloody. It was like he's slopping and sleep. I don't know how old he was. He was old, but he was like he's trying to suck her lips off. And I'm thinking, oh man, this fucking turned me off. I got out of there, made it gross.
Oh yeah, you see some funny things, don't you? Some really weird things.
I only had half a beer and I got out of there. Just, nah.
Yeah, you kind of move on.
Yeah, I saw.
I suspect the aggression comes from trying to emulate proper competitive femininity. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Well,
I'll give you another example. So at a bar, we're down Soy 94 last Friday night, which is tonight a week ago. And my mate just flew in from Melbourne and I took him down there and went to a bar. And it was pretty busy, actually, really busy down. I've never seen it that busy down at 94, but it was really busy. Sitting around a bar and my mates, and I'm just talking to this English couple. And to my left, my mate was talking to this Thai girl. And he obviously was thinking about bar finding her and shit like that. And then, he'd been talking to her for probably a while. We'd be there a couple of hours. And he was telling me, I can't remember whether he told me at the time or after, but there's a bloke on the other side of the bar, right? And my mate's buying this Sheila drinks and talking to her and getting a bit of a rapport with her and all this kind of stuff. The bloke over on the other side of the bar, I don't know what you guys think about this. I think it's pretty out of order. He bought a drink for this Sheila, right? And the drink, the girl behind the jump give her the drink, and he fucking waved like that, and looked at me mate and fucking winked at him. He said something smart ass like, "Oh, this is Thailand or something." I thought, you fucking asshole, I would never do something like that.
Yeah. And disrespectful.
It is, you don't do that, and that kind of got me made off guard a little bit, and that was enough to.
You get all these idiots turn up, you just stay away from them. Put you in a situation where I was choke the pricks,
Well, that's right. Like you said before, Ray, I just walk away. If I go to a bar or somewhere, anywhere really in the world, even back home.
Yeah.
And I've got some fucking dickhead turns up.
Yep.
I just walk away. I just get out of there,
Yep. These days, I've got a low tolerance for fucking imbeciles even now, but you just got to pick your mark sort of thing, But years ago, I had no problems giving them a folk shit around the fucking head, But these days, no, couldn't be bothered. Too old for that shit, Been there, done that.
Yeah, you're right, Frosty. I agree. I think it's first come, first serve.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You be slapping all night, because there They're all
What's
little
that?
dickheads.
So you don't argue with idiots because they'll fucking drag you down to their level and then they'll fucking
Yeah.
beat you with
You know,
experience.
especially idiots who've had a fucking, a shit full of fucking Leo in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. There
G'day, Perd.
you go, Saul.
Or Saul, that's Perd, yeah.
You have one. Oh. Yeah, bloody, yeah, well, you know, you're going to fucking put up with so much shit too. You know, you just walk away is the best way.
Well, that's
Just
it. That's what I do. I just walk away.
There.
Just walk away. Otherwise, you're just being too much strife, you know.
Yeah, it's not much fun, mate. It's for holiday, man. I'm not there to fucking punch off with people. We can do that at home. But,
And I
yeah.
don't see, like, I've been here, for just over 3 months. I haven't seen any issues at all. Haven't seen really anything really.
The only time I saw nearly a punch up was when I was sitting at that, what do you call that? LK Mansion, I think it was, that motel right there at Soy Macau on Potato Clang Road on the corner. I was staying there anyway. There's a little bar there at the bottom. I was getting a coffee and I was just sitting there in the morning. No, actually, it was night time. And a van came around and there was a big guy on big Westerner on a scooter, one of them big scooters anyway. He was blowing up at the driver. The driver's blowing up because he scraped the side of his van, you know. Anyway, they've stopped because right across the road was a Family Mart. They've stopped out in front of that. And just over on the other corner, that was on the corner, on the other side of the corner, there was a bunch of motorcycle taxis. Anyway, this bloke was blowing up at this driver was blowing up back at him. Next minute, there's about 10 motorcycle taxi drivers all around this big guy, you know, and he showed a bit of good sense and got the fuck out of there, you know. Just give him some money.
Well, common sense prevails. It should do.
It wouldn't have ended well for him.
It's one thing having a blue with a Falung, and then it's another thing having a blue with a local. You know?
You always end up in the wrong. You're always in the wrong then.
You're always going to end up on the losing side, you know.
You try your hardest not to get yourself in a situation where it's going to turn south on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think like Pete said, we're all the same. We all kind of. I think we've been around long enough to know what's going on. Yeah.
Exactly. Not hard.
It's all about fucking common sense, really. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. You know, that look around. You know. You hang around the shit. When you hang around the bars and stuff, you're going to come across these plans. You usually don't come across them when you're exploring. You know, out and doing shit.
Mm.
Look,
the majority of people I've met over here, the majority, even in a bar situation, the majority are cool, as sweet as.
You'll never have problem.
It's always just the odd, the odd one out. The one that's always there's always one, you know. And that's what I was saying before. That's if you can see it coming, then it's a good time to bail.
Yeah.
Yeah, common sense and respect, Frosty.
Yeah.
You know, it's not fucking hard.
I want to do one of them boat cruises when I'm there, you know, up the Chaupai River. You know, one of those. I'm one of those. I want to do one of them.
Yeah.
It's
good out there. It's good on the river.
Yeah, there's a few guys I want to meet up with when I'm over there. You know, Joe, I want to go and see buddy. I want to see what do you call buddy? Ty Time.
Yeah.
See Wayne too.
Yeah. He's up in Surin, isn't he?
Yeah, I go up there. I want to go up that way too. I got a mate. Right?
I reckon Surin would be good because Surin's really renowned for the elephants.
Yeah, exactly.
And that'd be good. I reckon there's like an elephant festival there every year. I reckon that'd be good if you can coincide the travel there with the elephant. Apparently it's really fucking good.
I'd sort of like to drive up to Chiang Mai, you know, and have a look on the way through, you know. Just take my time, work my way up there, you know, because I like to sort of smell the roses, so to speak, on the way and have a little look around, you know. It's like if we go to Sydney, you know, I can do it in 8 hours, 9 hours or whatever, but I'd rather take 2 days. And I'll go down there on the inland road and then come back the other way up the coast or the other way around, you know, so I can have a look around, you know. I think I haven't been up, and that's since 20 years, you know, but think I went to Urella and that. I went and checked that Thunderbolt's grave out, the bush ranger. Check that out.
Yeah.
Cemetery and had a look around, and
Yeah,
you know,
Cappy, how you going, mate?
yeah. But yeah, where is it? What's the name of that town? Musselbrook. There was like a what do you call it? Antique shop there, and the guy
Yeah.
who run the place was the dead ringer of a guy I know around here. It looked like his brother. It fucking blew me out. But he had some really old stuff there, but a lot of abandoned like farms and stuff down that way, especially around in country Victoria, up around Maryborough and bloody Clunes and all those sort of places. I noticed. I sort of don't mind checking that shit out, But there's a lot of abandoned, like I remember when I was driving. I can't remember where it was. Anyway, all of a sudden I saw this great big, like a big steeple sort of thing on like a cathedral. And as I got closer, it was just all derelict. It was just the remains of an old gold mining town because they got so
Right.
much gold down there. But anyway, when I got to this guy's place in Clunes, there's all these mullock everywhere out in the paddock, and down by the creek, you can see all these mine shafts. They've been all there from like back in the 1800s. And you saw they still go over the mullock with bloody metal detectors pulling gold out of there now.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Purchase mentioned, and so Capio, Berlin.
Yeah, Berlin
One of
Wall.
One of the things I love about Berlin, there's very little violence. I've never been to Germany,
Yeah, right.
even in the big clubs. So that's great. That's what you want to hear, and they're the places you want to go to.
Yeah. Oh, the good old days.
Capio wants a bigger chunk of Berlin Wall in his garden.
Yeah. One's a mate, Kiwi copper.
What's that?
No, just, Cameo come in, he said, "G'day, coppers." Everyone's sort of saying, "Hey, one's a mate."
Well, he's half Aussie now, and he half Australian, Capio.
Just about. We'll get him. We'll get him. We can talk about him.
Yeah, I
No,
actually bumped into him, as you know. I bumped into Capio in just up in Horhin near the Hilton Hotel.
Yeah, him probably in band, wasn't it?
yeah. Owen,
It's still gigging Owen over that. That's funny as shit.
yeah, obviously, you know.
Did he? Yeah, he's all right. Well, Owen's cool.
Apologies, Owen. But yeah, so it was good to catch up with him. It's always good to put a face to a name.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
outside the hood,
Yeah.
It's about a month ago. I think it was about a month ago now, Capio, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was talking to Ty Time. They hooked up with Ty Time as well too. I got him horribly drunk. He reckoned he was sick for 2 fucking days.
Yeah.
I laughed me up when he was telling me. Yeah, Owen, we call him Owen Bound now.
Yeah.
He got come over the Thai friendly bridge from Laos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it cracks me up there. Oh man, that bloody yes. I mean, we got watching. We have 70 watching.
Oh shit.
Oh, 7. Anyway. I think it's 0.
So this is impromptu. I was I think TMW. Yeah, we were on TMW's. He did a music kind of
yeah.
show.
Yeah,
and then I saw your message, and
yeah.
he decided to do it.
Yeah, well, originally, bloody, I was talking to Jono this morning. He said you might have a stream, and then he said later on Saturday that no, you weren't, and then Tim did. Anyway, and then bloody, because I talked to Zimmy during the day, and he said, if you're going to have a stream after, I'll jump on. I said, you're right, yeah. Anyway, then Tim had it. Tim did that one of his. Then after that finished, I was on the phone for a while, and Zimmy sent me a message. Oh, I forgot all about it. I was talking to a mate. Anyway, bloody, no worries. I just started it up and put the message on the chat, Yeah,
I did talk to Suckerhorn this week about getting live on Friday, but I'm very spontaneous over here, as you probably know. Like
We are when you're on holiday.
I don't know what I'm doing from fucking hour to hour. You know, like it just depends how I'm feeling on the particular day. But
Yeah.
it's just there's no planning, there's no routine kind of thing over here, and so I'm just a bit all over the place kind of thing. But
Yeah, well, you're on holiday. That's what happens.
yeah, that's right. You know, so that's exactly right. So that's what happened today. I didn't. I spoke to Suckerhorn, but I didn't feel like going on live. But then I had beer o'clock comes along.
Yeah.
You have a couple of beers, and I started feeling pretty good. So
Yeah, fair enough.
you like to feel pretty good when you do a live show. You don't want to be.
Start chipping a bit. I might have a couple then, loosen it up a little bit for the thing,
Are you on the bourbon?
No, I'll tell you what, I only drink when it's cool, man. And in this heat, I sweat like hell. If I have a few drinks in this heat, it's just, I sweat my guts out. That's why I don't drink it. One of the reasons I don't drink in Thailand, because it's just too hot. I sweat really bad. So it comes straight out, pores in my skin, and it's all gross, doesn't feel good.
Yeah, I'm a big bourbon drinker back home, but I don't drink bourbon here at all. I just don't do it. I've seen, like, down the markets here. Capio knows the markets down here in the night markets. Yeah, you can buy a bourbon and Coke, or a Jim Beam and Coke even, but I just don't worry about it. I usually, if I'm going to have a mixed drink, I'll go local. I'll have like a Samsung.
Yeah, well, that you want to drink beer, It's more
beer, definitely. But then you have too much beer, and it's
yeah, exactly.
Samsung or the there's a few of them actually, but don't drink bourbon over here at all.
Yeah, I love me bloody bourbon. I love me bourbon. I like good stuff, sort of thing.
Well, you drink it out of the bottle, don't you? You don't buy the cans.
No, yeah, I can't drink that fucking thing. They're awful. I like to have a bit of bloody. A lot of people drink it straight, I don't. I'd like a bit of have it with bloody a bit of Pepsi Max. Actually, I like. But it's I like it. I only have a few that I can get a buzz on, so I don't get blood. I don't want fucking hang out. I'm pretty much over all them, I'm usually doing it today, so I keep myself pretty busy.
Yeah, I've had a few hangovers in the last 3 months, I must admit, but you kind of get to them, you kind of work through it. But anyway, go to the chat here. Perd said Team W did a tribute to his mother on online. I saw that.
Yeah, lovely.
It was pretty good. I'm lucky I've still got my mum, I suppose.
My mum and father. They're all going. Look at me, mate. His mum was like my second mum. She went to her funeral. She died the first day of the year. So I went to her funeral recently. I've got to go to another one on Monday. My cousin died.
Yeah. You've got a few funerals, haven't you?
Pancreatic cancer. I was saying to Zimmy, man, I'm starting to feel like the angel of death. Everyone around me's dying. I know somebody else in palliative care at the moment too. Oh man, they had to put their cat down too. Fuck.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's.
I've got a lot of friends, and you meet a lot of people. I sort of treat everybody the same, the way I want to be treated. And you sort of shit, man. Nearly all of my mates I went to school with, I'm 66 now, so I've had them a long time. Some, like my cousin, there's 6 siblings in that family, and 3 of them are gone already. So he's the 3rd. All cancer.
Yeah.
Since it started 2020, I don't know. I've stopped counting. I stopped at 20 funerals I've been to, sort of thing. And, a couple of them were suicide. A couple of them were one was diabetes. Nearly all of them were progressive cancer. not one for COVID. So,
Yeah, that's
Not
funny,
fucking-
isn't it? Seriously, that's
People
fucking
don't
weird. But,
want shit.
yeah, be back next Friday, Frosty. So spoke to Jono, said, get that bloody cat off the bloody chair. He's got this new cat.
Yeah.
I said, that's my chair. I'll be sitting in there next Friday. So yeah, we'll
He's
be doing a show. We'll be going out for lunch and we'll do
Yeah.
a show back at Jono's next Friday. So
He's a nice little cat. He's totally smitten with her, eh? She follows him
Yeah.
around. He's a nice little cat, eh?
yeah,
You know,
he's a softie. It's a
He's a big
softie.
soft. You sit there, you be talking to him, and all of a sudden you'll see the fucking cat's tail in the camera, you know, like that. You know, the next minute it's off doing some bloody thing, and then it jumps over onto the chair and likes to climb around on the chair. Then it goes to sleep on the NBN box or the keyboard, one of the two.
Yeah, no, it looks like a ripper.
Yeah,
Like a ripper. Best day of the week for sure. Friday, best day of the week. I reckon I'll step out tonight. I think it's
yeah.
7:20 in Hor Hin tonight. It's
Yeah, Michelle said she put it on purpose because she wanted a week off.
Yeah, well,
Now, you get really sick from it? I don't want to get the fucking thing, man. My lungs are fucked. I'm rooted. I'm
Yeah.
broken the toe. You know, I'm on the high risk list, and I don't want to fucking catch it. Fuck that shit.
well, no, that's right. You know, like it's I don't think it's good for that if you've got like a weak immune system. But I think
no. Not so much that I get me. It's just that my lungs. I've been boiler making and blacksmithing all my life, and my lungs are fucked. You know, like cigarettes, fucking smoking weed. You know, all that sort of shit. You know, as a done with the greatest, I got to take steroids every day in my lungs just to get the fucking things to work. You know, so
right, it's probably not that bad. You know what I mean? Like it's if you did ever get COVID, I think you'd be right, mate. You know what I mean? Like
I think I would be.
it just got blown out of proportion. Really, it just got the scare campaign. You know,
Yeah.
they try to scare everyone about it, but but that's funny, Michelle. Michelle caught COVID on purpose.
Just one a week.
She got a week off work, you know.
Fair enough. Yeah, well, young and healthy, you got nothing to worry about, you know. But even you know, like I was a bit worried to start with, but I was listening to all the bullshit. But now it's just, you know, fucking.
I got it. I mean, I don't like talking about COVID too much. That's a thing over here, you know. Like you come over to Thailand and stuff now after post-COVID, and no one talks about it. Like in Melbourne back in the day, and like you know, for 3 years, it was on everyone's fucking lips. You know.
Oh yeah. Well, you were locked up for how long? Fucking how long you have you locked? How long?
Oh fucking yeah, a long time. But that's the only thing people used to talk about was COVID.
Yeah, usually.
And that's the last thing I want to talk about over here. You know, if I meet someone in a bar, say, say that's the scenario, and they started talking about COVID, I just say fucking nah, don't want to talk about it.
Everybody's got an opinion on it, you know. I just walk the fuck away, you know. I don't want to know about it either. It gives me the shits. But you know,
there's still a lot of people wearing masks over here. The funny thing is, I think I mentioned this in the last live stream, and I think the guys have just been here recently or whatever would have seen it. It's funny how you see these guys ride motorbikes down the road and they've got no helmets on, but they've got their masks on.
Yeah.
You know, they ride the motorbike down the road and they don't worry about their fucking head, but as long as they don't get COVID when they're riding along the road, you know.
Yeah, right.
Quite funny. It's quite. It's very frequent too. Like it's you see it all the time. There's people riding motorbikes around with no helmets and they've got a fucking mask on.
Well, you see people driving around in cars here with a mask on. They're on their own. They've got a fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And then some people even getting around now. Well, I had to go to the doctors today and get a couple of scripts. Anyway, anyway, if I walked in there, they're not mandatory here now. You know, they're optional. But I haven't them. But I don't mean I can't breathe through the bloody things. You know, I've never really bought much. Even when we had these sort of thing, I wouldn't wear the fucking. They've got an exemption actually.
Yeah.
I don't do much fucking things there.
There are still places over here that I remember I was up at the Weiss Farm up in Nokonsawan and we went to a shopping centre and you actually had to wear a mask if you want a shopping centre.
Yeah,
But even here, like at Blueport's like a shopping centre. It's like a pretty popular place to go.
yeah,
I reckon probably half the people I see in there are wearing masks.
yeah.
So it's still very, still plenty of people wearing masks over here.
I fucking don't. Oh, wait. I just sort of
What about Queensland?
all the way through this shit, I pretty much stayed away from everyone anyway, So, living alone sort of thing has its benefits at times,
Yeah,
But
but
obviously,
I've been traveling and I've been fucking meeting people all the time, and I was in Sri Lanka last year, and mate, I never got fucking COVID. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
I get out of my mate's place a lot, and I do a lot. That's where I do a lot of my work down. Anyway, he's sort of he missus is pretty crook. She got cancer in the lung and all that sort of shit. Fucking, he doesn't need it, He doesn't want it either, and I don't want to give it to him, So, and plus, like if I get it for a week, that's a fucking week off. I can't do anything, I'm just trying to get all this shit done, I nearly finished that fucking feed man finally. So just all I got to do is finish making up this bloody what do you call it, the bloody drip tray for the stove, and just fixed up a little bit of paintwork on it. It's done. It's gone. It's fucking up on the market. It's man. I'll get that finished, and I'm happy then. I got to cut the rust out of the one I've got here, because everyone's only going to pick on the rust on it, so I might as well cut it out, fix it. But I'll get me good one finished and drive the fucking thing, Chevy Club had a big thing, they're not far from where I was, where I live on, buddy. What do you call it on? Anzac Day. Oh, not Anzac. What is it? Fucking. What did we just have? Bloody Australia Day.
Australia Day. Oh, did we have Australia Day? Was it? I think didn't it get cancelled?
No, that was last week. They had it. Yeah, all they want to do. But anyway, that was well. I wouldn't mind having my gold Chevy going and cruise past them all down there, because it's a fucking pick of the butts, that thing. Yeah, they're all driving their dirty old 4-doors and shit, I've got a big fucking SS coupe, fucking big fucking engine in
it. Yeah, Pert just dropped you a message there, mate.
Yeah. Oh, he got another camper, man. Good on him. Yeah, well, that's what he likes to do, and that's fair enough. He had a fucking his friend of Perd's. He put me in touch with. He's had a what is it? A bloody what was it again, Perd? They've got a real following, these bloody things. I think they're a Mitsubishi, some bloody thing, like a diesel turbo diesel 4-wheel drive van.
About sec, just going to the bus go.
Delica. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, didn't he sell them? He sold them for more than he paid for it originally, didn't he, Perd? That's a good deal when you can do that.
The last one out of the 3.
Yeah. Now, this guy, he's got a Delica. Those Delicas, vans, like a camper thing, turbo diesel. Anyway, so he ended up selling the bloody thing. I think he made an extra fucking 1,500 K. He bought it, drove it for years, and sold it for more than he paid for it. And it had a manifold gasket. But that's all right. I had looked into them for parts, and they got a real following. There's people out there that are just totally dedicated to the leakers.
They hold their value, don't they? Caravans and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, this is just a little camper van thing, But yeah. But, that channel I was telling you about before, they were all out there fucking doing little caravans and stuff. I want to get back into that myself, because we used to do it when we were kids all the time.
Yeah, well, Tim does it a bit. He gets around. He's got a nice van, hasn't he, Tim?
Man, my old man was the most dangerous prick you'd ever want to meet in your life. when we were kids, we used to get, you know where Tugan is down the Gold Coast?
Yeah.
Paradise. We used to go down there and camp down there, and we had one of those 2-post marquee tents. And back then, we used to get cyclones in Brisbane. We haven't had one in years. Anyway, I can remember being in a fucking cyclone, the whole 2 families in that thing holding down the bloody tent in a fucking cyclone. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, bloody hell, we got out of there anyway. Then we eventually bought an old Bondwood caravan, and we sort of started going down there with that. Oh man, then they ended up putting a bridge to Bribey Island, so we started going over there after that.
Oh, Bribey.
Yeah, it was good.
I got electrocuted in a caravan.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, they're a bit dodgy, some of them.
Yeah, when I was about, I don't know, 12 years old. We're down in Eden. We're going from like down the Victorian coast into the New South Wales coast, and we're going to Sydney, and we stopped off at Eden for the Twofold Bay there. I don't know if you've been to Eden, but there's a place there called Twofold Bay, and there's a caravan park right on the beach there, and beautiful spot. And that night we had a tent. We were fucking poor as fuck. We couldn't afford a van, and we had one of those tents. And the people we were traveling with had a tent, you know, with the pop out beds, the pop out sides.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of it's like a fucking caravan, but it pops up. You know.
Yeah. Well,
the old school one.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Mum and Dad went out. They went out down to Eden Fisherman's Club for a beer and a feed and shit, and kept the kids fucking stayed at home.
Yeah.
And I remember they were coming home, and I remember I saw Dad's lights through the canvas of the tent of the caravan.
Yeah.
And I went to switch the light on. It was dark, and I just bent down, and there's like about 10 double adapters hanging out the fucking socket. You know, typical fucking setup.
Yeah.
And I grabbed the live prongs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, grabbed them live. Oh fucking way I went. I got thrown out of the caravan.
Scary, isn't it? I'll get
I lost half a finger.
Yeah, right. I got zapped. I was welding, eh? It's fucking it's not a good feeling. Fuck.
No, it was pretty frightening stuff. And
I haven't had a look around Melbourne, Victoria a great deal. I used to go down there when I was breeding. I used to go down there a bit when I used to breed a lot of it when I was breeding my English Bull Terriers. You know, because they had the better dogs down there. I only kept bitches, and I used to take my bitches down there and get them mated, the dogs down there, sort of thing, and bring them back home again, or go to a big show there or whatever, you know. And but I used to get down there. There's a big complex down there on the way to Phillip Island. That's where I used to go to. But I had no girlfriend. I used to go down there and see. She was in Montmorency. I used to go and see her a bit down there sometimes too. You know.
Nice area.
Yeah, called her on the way through, and have a bit of fucking stayed a couple of nights or doing a bit of fun. You know, she was always good for that. So. But no, I've got up country Victoria. I got around there a fair bit. I went up to Clunes and Buddy. I like Bendigo. It was a nice place.
Yeah,
never got to
town.
Yeah, nice town. I like the history there. You know, around Clunes, Buddy.
Gold mining town, and there's a lot of history and stuff like that. But it's a good town. Bendigo. It's a big town.
Yeah, I like that bloody. What's the name of that? I'm just half asleep. What's the name of that place? That bloody. There's a big bloody hotel in there called what is it? A really gothic looking place.
Where what we're talking about?
In Bendigo.
Bendigo. I'm not sure.
Gothic. Well, I'm just trying to think of the name of the bloody hotel. It's pretty common. Yeah, it looks like it's got bats flying around the roof. You know, like something out of the Munsters. It's beautiful. Hey, I'm just trying to think of the name of the place. It'll pop in the head. I'm just a bit tired of the moment.
I've had some good piss ups in Bendigo over the years.
Yeah, it's a nice place. It's pretty place. Yeah, I have another girlfriend. She used to live down in Fryestown near Castlemaine. Used to go down there. Well, pull in there and see her on the way. You know, we always stayed good friends.
Yeah, well, that's all country Victoria, isn't it? Like that's, they're 2 towns, Bendigo, Castlemaine. They go back to fucking Ned Kelly's days. They do,
Hot hot rod capital up in Australia down there. And the
Yeah.
capital. Yeah, the bloody. I'm just trying to think of the name of that fucking. Hang on a second. That motel. Was it? Let me get buildings. I'll think of it in a minute.
Yeah. Anyway, while you're thinking about what that place is called, I'm going to open another Leo.
Yeah.
My last Leo.
Sam Rock Hotel.
The Sam Rock Hotel. No, I actually haven't heard of it, but
Sam Rock Hotel. Yes, nice.
yeah, right.
Picture of it.
It's funny how, like, in Thailand here, you go to 7-Eleven at different times of the day. You can't buy beer, right? You can't buy alcohol, as everyone probably knows. So, if you know what I'm talking about, Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah, so between, I forget the hours now. Like, I know before 5 you can't buy a Leo or you can't buy a beer in 7-Eleven. But if you go over the road to the like they're an Asian grocery kind of thing,
Yeah.
you just fucking buy the beer there. There's no worries.
Yeah.
It's just from 7-Eleven, really.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I don't know why they do it. I don't know what.
Yeah, Rick.
G'day, Rick. I don't know whether you know Rick or whether Perd or Henry or any of you guys know why do they. There's certain times of the day you can't buy alcohol in 7-Eleven. I know it's to reduce the. I don't know. Reduce the
That's all.
use alcoholism. I don't know what it is, but it's between certain times of the day you can't buy alcohol in 7-Eleven.
Yeah, right.
No, I don't know really why they do it. I understand it's obviously to reduce they're trying to stop people from drinking, too much, I think.
Yeah.
But it does. I don't think it works that much.
No.
Because you can go to a bar any time of the day and drink and.
Yeah. Still fucking up past 10 at night time here and it's still 29 degrees.
Yeah, welcome to Queensland.
Crazy fucking yeah. Like, usually it's weird. It's not, it's just the humidity.
I suppose it's not usually that. It's not usually that. When's the best weather in where you're from? Like,
not this time. This is summer. This is the muggy time of the year now. This is when we get the rain season from now to the next couple of months, but yeah.
Yeah, Rick's hoping that you're sweating your fucking ass off, mate.
Yeah, I don't have a fucking swear. Fucking hell. But anyway.
You'll have to have the aircon on all night.
Yeah, I'll go turn this one off in a minute, turn the one in the bedroom on, so the bed's nice and cool when I go to jump in and so after. There's been a low program.
Yeah, that's hot. So what's the best time of the year?
Oh, the middle of the year. Well, you get April. It cools down in April.
It's a bit like Darwin as well.
Yeah, we only get probably 3 months of hot weather of a year. The rest of the year is good. Yeah, we don't get much winter. Like traditionally sort of thing. But we don't get snow.
I know Darwin gets a lot of rain in the wet. They have the wet.
Well, 33 degrees every day of the year up there. But it's just humidity level goes up and down,
Yeah, the big wet, don't they? The big fucking wet up there.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets bloody, yeah, well, I don't know, I don't know, got a bit of beef up there lately. I can't remember who it was. Yeah, a bunch of crazy pricks up in Darwin.
Here we go. So Henry Black's, in reference to what I'm talking about at 7-Eleven, there's been a law prohibiting the sale of alcohol from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. since 1972 for the outdated reason that drunk civil servants will not work productively, said Mr. Well, fuck, how's that one? Thanks, Henry.
Yeah, the Bangkok Post, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
1972. How's that one? That's That's a great reason, isn't it? That's a great reason for outtake.
That's what-
That
They got
drunk
some-
servants will not work
they got some-
productively. Love
Yeah, they got some funny laws, shit like, like you can't drive a car with underpants on and shit like that. And bloody, they will go if you get
it. How's this one though? This is a good one. So you can smoke marijuana over here now, right, for medicinal purposes, right?
everybody's sick. Yeah,
Look, it's all in the grey area. You can't smoke in public. I was at a bar in Soy 94 the other night, and this English guy was fucking smoking a big doober. You can't do it. It's illegal.
doing it.
But the funny thing is that they outlaw those e-cigarettes.
Yeah. Well, they're not making money out of it, I suppose.
Well,
They'll be
so
making
they
somehow.
legalize marijuana, but as far as e-cigarettes go, they're prohibited.
Yeah, right. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, it's a bit fucking strange. Isn't it?
It's kind of weird, isn't it? Like it's always like that. It's all just fucking all over the shop. But yeah, definitely marijuana over here is illegal. You can't smoke it in public. It's just not. But people don't realise. People think it is legal because when you're in a bar, you look over the road and there's a fucking marijuana shop that sells marijuana,
Yeah,
and they just people just think it's legal.
yeah. It's crazy. Yeah,
Apparently- Well,
Hey,
I don't
look,
know what's-
Yeah, I think it gets back to the time of the month too, because usually when they get fucking paid at the end of the month, there's not much money in the coffers to fucking get to pay them. They start fining people, so there is money in the coffers there. They get paid. The rest of the time of the year, the rest of the month, they don't give a shit usually, because they're pretty laid back at times.
You just don't see the police around Hawhin. You don't see them at all.
Yeah.
You see them at the police station.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a big police station there in Hawhin in the CBD there, but you don't see them at all. You just don't see them. Not around the tourist areas.
Yeah.
You don't see them at all. It's just
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's weird with the marijuana over here. It's kind of like you used to get locked up for it, back in the day, and not too long ago.
Fucking they put you in front of a firing squad once, didn't they?
Yeah, probably. I don't. Yeah, like it depends how much you got on you, I suppose. But just
I saw that now in Laos the other day. Did a vlog and he went and interviewed these people and their life after bloody opium, growing opium, and they sort of changed their lives and all that sort of shit because they don't grow opium.
I think opium. They used to cultivate a lot of opium, didn't they, up on the hill tribes?
Yeah, exactly. Like my mate went up the Golden Triangle there just so you could see it, and bloody, they still growing it there here and there, I suppose, Like I think some places will still be producing it sort of thing, but he just wanted to go there because of just that point. I think Laos, Cambodia, and bloody Thailand meet in the Golden Triangle on the bloody river there. But
yeah, nice part of the world up there.
yeah, he lives.
So they've stopped growing opium, have they?
Oh yeah, legally. Well, they used to be a main staple up there. They lived off it sort of thing and sold it. They weren't bought it, but now they sort of outlawed it, but sure as shit somebody's going to be growing it somewhere. Sort of thing,
Yeah,
but
that's right.
they got away from a lot of the opium-based medicines and shit like that now. My mother and my sister both had irritable bowel, and the drug they were on was opium-based. The government decided, we'll just stop doing that. So they fucking just stopped bringing in that getting that drug, that medication, to treat people with irritable bowel. And there's a lot of people with irritable bowel, and they had a cold turkey and all fucking opium of opium-based sort of. It was all addictive,
There's
They had
any-
help.
Gotcha, man.
Yeah, see you later, Timmy. That's a good one. Thanks for coming on. Hand pink waving. What the fuck's that mean?
Oh, I don't know. Just letting us know he's off. He's got to work, don't he, tomorrow?
Yeah, you've got to go. Fair enough. She's a fault for myself soon, I think. Fucking 11
Yeah, mate.
o'clock.
Yeah, no worries.
I just thought we'd just jump on for a while and see what happens. Just took off. It's good, you know.
Yeah.
I think Jono said he was thinking of talking about doing one tomorrow night too, you know. And
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
what he
whether.
told me. He
Yeah.
told me. Yeah, like I said, if I'm in a good mood, I'm definitely fucking up for it next tomorrow. We'll do it. We'll just see how we go. Like this was impromptu. It kind of worked pretty well.
Yeah, worked out good. Feel the fellow three, you know. So
Yeah.
here's him. You want on, you know. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, it would just work out good, you know, feel the fellas are here, and, you know, if he fellas
Yeah.
coming left. And,
Yeah,
and
all
yeah,
good, you know.
that's why we started the channel to be able to do this sort of stuff, you know. And I don't mind
Yeah.
starting like fucking starting them on my own, you know. I'm shy.
Oh no, you gotta have fucking, you know, you gotta have a couple of
Yeah.
years, you know.
Yeah, a couple of beers and relax a bit, get a few people, you know, and have a laugh. That's what it's
Yeah.
all about.
Yeah. What
You know.
time is it in Queensland now?
11:15.
Okay.
Yeah, so
7:45. Oh, yeah, 7:45.
I'm going down.
Like 4 hours. Every time I talk to fucking Australia, it's always 4 hours, you know, like
Yeah, well, 3 hours here.
3
Yeah.
hours up there. Yeah. Okay, because we've got daylight savings happening. So it's a daylight saving. But then again, like Capio and that, like I know he went on TMW's stream just before, and he was like fucking 7 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how
You
the
know?
time difference over there to here, but I know in America where my sister is, it's fucking 12 hours or 15 hours up here. This is where they are. She always
Yeah,
rings
right.
me up past 11. Oh, what do you want to have a chat? I was like, go to fucking bed. I do it all the time, you know. It's fucking all
Where does she live?
Wisconsin in America.
Oh, in the States.
You just sent me a thing, hey, hang on a second. Where is it all? Fucking, hang on a minute, I'll find it. She sent me a picture of the temperature over there. You know,
Yeah.
where is it?
Cold or fucking hot? Cold.
Yeah, minus 15.
Minus 15.
Yeah, it fucking gets cold over there, man. It gets hot like. Hang on a second. Today forecast -5. Saturday -32. Sunday
Jeez.
-1.
Really?
Oh yeah, it gets cold there, really cold.
Minus 32.
They had a big blizzard go through there a while back. Went right through the northern America, you know, down one side of America,
Yeah.
and it was just fucking horrendous. I couldn't live in that. You know, like, no way. I said, what are you living there for? As you live in subtropical fucking climate, you go over there and live in the fucking, you know, the fucking North Pole.
It's a big country, mate.
Yeah,
It's a massive.
I know.
It's bigger than Australia, isn't it?
yeah, it's a big place. I'm just trying to think what time.
Massive,
Well, it would have been, you know,
massive joint. That Canada, I think, is fucking massive too. It's well,
Yeah.
I think I know.
it's pretty.
Yeah, they get the weather like it's like Australia. You know, they get different weather, don't they? Like from one place to another.
Yeah, well, she said one day, she said, I'm going to go and make a pumpkin pie. I just got a few tins of fucking pumpkin. I said, you wait, what? Tins of pumpkin? You go, well, there. And then I realised it's snowy up there, so everything's tinned, you know, or preserved.
That's one thing we don't get back in Australia. We don't get the minus unless you're on the fucking snowfields.
Or
You don't get that minus weather.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Melbourne
but-
gets pretty cold. Melbourne gets pretty cold in the winter, and Canberra and Melbourne, and look, you know.
Yeah, Canberra's nice. We're lucky here. We don't get cold weather.
No,
Yeah,
no,
like-
you're
Well,
laughing up there.
You put a coat on for probably a few weeks of the year. That's about it. I like to have my sister up. She says, "Oh, how cold is it there this winter?" I said, "No, I think we got it on Monday and it was gone by Sunday." You know. So, but anyway,
So
back to
you're just out of Brisbane, aren't you?
hey,
You're just out of
Yeah.
Brisbane?
just out of Brisbane.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good here. We get great weather here.
Yeah,
Actually,
so like, are you north or you north of Brisbane?
yeah, just out of the north side, yeah,
Yeah,
north
yeah,
side.
right.
Next, even if I won the lotto, man, I'd sort of, I probably wouldn't want to leave here. Like, even like I want to go to Thailand and spend time over there, and I sort of want to spend 6 months there and 6 months here. I don't want to get away from here, because I've got all my friends. I've got
Well,
a big love.
when's the last time you put a pair of jeans on?
Oh, fuck. I just wear tracky pants in winter because they're warm. The rest of the time I just wear shorts.
Yeah. Well, like,
You know?
how far from Caloundra are you?
I'm just north of Brisbane, shit, just out of the north, just out of the bloody
Okay,
north,
just out of the CBD
just
kind of thing.
yeah, just out of the CBD. Just to quieten down a little bit. It's not too. It's built up a little bit around here. It's getting built up, but it's not too.
Where are you, Purge? Where's Purge? He's Queensland as well, is he?
No, he's in Germany, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. He's talking about. I never know
Yeah.
where Purge is. In fucking Cambodia and he's over in Germany. So what are you doing over there? Why is he living there? Is it just
He works there, I think.
Works
Married.
there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I never really asked.
Yeah, I thought Purge was. I'm in Berlin, but it's really from Sydney. Okay, no worries, mate. That's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
I've never been to Germany. I want to get there one day, hopefully. There's fucking a lot of places you want to go to.
Have you ever done any of them train trips? I watched. I think I said something a while back. Come across something. And there's this guy doing a train trip. They look a little bit cramped, but it's all right. You can sit there and look out the window. But he was going out west of Longreach, from
Where is?
Longreach from Brisbane.
Yeah.
You go up north a fair way, then you go inland. Then you go out the Longreach, But you got that other one that goes all the way from South Australia. I think it's from bloody Adelaide through to bloody Darwin too.
The Garn or something it's called.
Yeah, the Garn.
Yeah, the Garn. I think it's called the Garn.
They're pretty pokey. They're pretty small. Those fucking be like a bus. You only got a certain amount of room. But the one out the bloody I've been there for nearly 20 years. Shit. The one out the bloody Longreach is pretty dated. Like an old train fucking thing. But,
it's a pretty well known place, isn't it? Longreach.
Yeah. You get fucking warm out there.
Yeah,
What?
fuck yeah.
I wasn't going to work. When I left school, my first job out of school was a wool class. I did a wool class and trade. And I bloody hated it because the old girl says, unless you get a bloody trade or get a job, she says, you're fucking staying in school. And I hated school. First thing I found was a wool class and course. And I did a wool class and course, saw it through, and I hated it, The minute I could get out of there, I did. I was old enough, but bloody, I did go out west. You could have had some good bucks, but, man, it's hard work. Shearing sheep, I had to do a few, and fucking, couldn't do that all day. But anyway, I got into welding then.
So when's the last time we were in? So this is a question for Purd. When's the last time you were in Australia, mate? Like, you've been there 20 years, so obviously you haven't been back to Oz for a long time, eh? Fuck, long time in Berlin, Germany.
Yeah. A lot of history there, eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, bloody, they still pulling fucking big bombs out of Berlin and all those sort of places.
Well, they're just old countries, compared to Australia. Like,
After the war, they dropped them around.
Millions of years, like.
Every time they dig a hole there, they got to get the bomb. They got to get the bomb squad or whatever in there to check. There's no fucking 500 pounders and they're going to blow you to bits, and they're pulling them. They pull out. They get truckloads out every year still. Like fuck, hell.
No, Purd hasn't been back in Oz since 2001.
Oh right, that's fucking 2 years.
Hey,
shit, 22 years.
That's a long time, mate. Hey,
yeah, it is.
You don't miss Australia, Purd. I suppose that's why you fucking listen to us all every week.
Yeah,
we bring back a bit of home, do we? I like to think so.
Yeah. Man, looking forward. I'm getting a fucking nice seafood meal cooked for me tomorrow lunch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll call in the markets down the road and get some squid, but I might get some bloody some scallops as well too. Because I like scallops.
Nice scallop. That's what you don't get over here too much is scallops.
No, you get everything else, but some of the man that bloody I watched that thing and there was a guy. He went to the seafood markets in Soy One on Sukhumvit. I didn't know it was there. Soy One on Soy.
Down there, man. There a lot of seafood restaurants down there. I didn't even know either.
Now, well, fucking me, I would have been around there like a bullet if I would have known about it. But next time I'm there, I'll be there.
Yeah. I kind of sussed that out. I think someone did a YouTube thing, didn't they, on it? And there's all these fucking.
They're the big freshwater ones. They look like langoustines. They're really big. You know, big fucking claws head on. They just spice them up. You know, as long as they got the texture.
Pervents is
OTW.
maybe this year I'll make it back a couple of weeks. Yeah, no worries, mate.
I like the idea of getting a RTW. What's that?
I'm not sure. It's probably really simple to work out, but you know, I don't know that kind. I know a couple of those short things, but
Around the world.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Thanks for sharing that, mate.
Yeah.
Around the world. So
We used to check. I used to know she used to come and see me. She used to get me drunk for a root. I'll give you the moment. You go around the world for 90 cents. You get a bottle of brand vino back then for 90 cents. Scull that down, you're right then and into it. Back in the old days.
Brandavino. I mean, fucking everyone must have drunk. Everyone must have drunk Brandavino.
Yeah, that bloody. I used to get a 6-pack of stubbies for about $1.50 or $2.50.
Yeah.
Either $2.50 if I remember. Yeah, you go and knock them down, you know, and a bottle of Brandavino and get you fucking fired up a little bit, you know. We're only young fellas.
Yeah.
It did the job, you know. You didn't have much money back then. I think my bloody first wage was fucking $16 or $17.50 or something. Fucking hell, you know. Imagine live on that now. You keep me going. I used to have to get a weekly out of that to Albion every day to fucking catch in. I'd have to walk about a mile and a half either way to my job. Fucking kids wouldn't do that days. Fuck. They used to fucking nearly an hour fucking either way just to get to work.
Yeah, it was like that. When you get that world ticket, you know, you get mates used to like Trev used to tell me he used to get this world ticket.
Yeah.
Like Pert says, it used to be you could make unlimited stops as long as you generally went in the one direction.
Yeah, right.
But they've got so many rules now, so yeah, it's a bit different. But it's a bit like a world ticket. You could stop at 5 different fucking countries or something like that.
24
Yeah, it was really cheap, cheap.
Yeah. I'd like to do one of them fucking world. I'm not a world. I'd like to do a boat cruise around the Pacific. That'll be all right. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
It goes up to Bangkok, goes to bloody Vietnam, goes to bloody Japan.
He ran right.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
I think.
Yeah, talking about 24 throwdowns, $8.99. I used to get them throwdowns because after a hot day, you fucking slam a few of those down.
Yeah, they took off from Singapore or somewhere. Or
Yeah,
Singapore or somewhere.
Yeah, well, the fucking the cruise ship leaves Sydney, I think, and picks people up in Brisbane, and then goes around to I think Bali. No, I think it might miss Bali. Oh, I might go there. Not that I don't really interest me Bali, but I know it goes up to Hong Kong, I think it is, and then up to Bangkok, I think, and then it goes around to Saigon, I think, or whatever's in the Vietnam. I don't know.
Yeah.
Around to there, and then it stops there, and it works its way up to Korea, then Tokyo, I think, and then it goes across the Pacific.
That's a long fucking boat ride.
Oh yeah, it goes for a long time. It works its way down to Los Angeles. Then it comes back across and goes to Papeete. That's Tahiti. then to Hawaii. He does goes around Hawaii and works his way back. You know, like all those islands. And back.
How long are we talking about here? How?
Oh, it'd be a fucking month or two.
Oh, it'd
Be
have to
what?
be.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Oh, I'd do it. Fucking, I love boat cruises, man. I reckon they're awesome.
Yeah, I know you said that. You're a bit of a boat cruiser, but yeah, it costs a quid that.
Yeah, well, you know, it's all right. Yeah, well, you're gonna cost you $1 to go somewhere anyway. You don't have to pay for food and all that. Yeah,
it's all inclusive.
Yeah, you can still spend money on the boat if you want. You know, problem is, all depends on the cruise. Some of the, you know, if you're on there, you can pay a lot of money for it. You got to get an alcohol bloody thing. You know, like you got to pay $158 a day for your fucking, and you got a limit on that because they want to make money. So I would, you know, I drink on there sometimes, but I just buy what I drink. You know, like I might only get on the piss once and that's it. No, I'm not going to pay that. And if you get a bloody alcohol thing, you know, like everyone in the room's got to get one too, sort of thing. So there's a bit of a, you know, but anyway, it's what it is.
Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. You know,
Uh,
I'm thinking about going to Japan in August.
yeah, that'd be different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different place, you know. It's fucking Tokyo.
Apparently it's really good. I don't know if it's Perd or someone on the chat. I mean, Jono goes on about it all the time. He went to, and even Trevor. They've been there. They went. It's really good, like a really good place. I know it's not cheap. And I think you have to do your homework a little bit, but I think I want to go. I just one of those places I want to go to. I think. You know, it's just different. You know, you get there, you land there, it's different. You fly in, it's like fucking, you know, like you're out there. Shit, man, what do I do? You know, and that's what I like. I like going to places where it's, you know, you're taking the punch. It's you know, it's all different. It's all new. It's you're out of your comfort zone. You know, you're out of your that's all about. That's what traveling does for me. You know.
Yeah, I like the buzz. You know, like you do your research before you go. You get a general idea what you're doing. You learn as you go. That's what I mean. I go there to do what I can do at home. You know, sort of thing. So it's all I wanted to be all new. My first boat cruise I went on, man, I was just the anticipation of going was just as enjoyable as the cruise itself, just about. And fucking, we got on when we had to get on the boat, they loaded us on at Fisherman's Island because there was a fucking outbreak of Norovirus on the ship before, but they cleaned it all out and we went out. There was all right. But we made a mistake because we went out to the Pacific Islands, out to Vanuatu and Noumea and that, and it was fucking 8.5 meter swells all the way out there. Holy shit! But anyway, bounced around a bit. I was right. I don't get motion sickness. I was right. Jenny was a mess. But anyway, we got out there. That's all right. When we come back, it was bumpy on the way back too. We sort of swore we're never going to get on another boat again as long as we live. Lasted a week and we booked another one for the next year for the same time. And we went out on Princess and it was like glass all the way out there. It was beautiful. But the ship we missed Noumea because the ship, one of the engines was playing up, you know, was going a bit slow. So we missed Noumea and went out to Port Vila. First one we missed. We got to. I think we had to leave early on Noumea, and we couldn't get into Port Vila or Leafy because it was too windy. So they took us up to Champagne Beach, up in the northern part of it. It's nice.
Yep.
Second time we went out, we missed Noumea altogether. We got to Port Vila. We got to Leafy, Leafy again. But then the third time we went out, there was about 4 meter swells, you know. But then after that, we found out they go out there at the end of May because it's the windy time of the year. But anyway, I'd like to do it again one day. But wasn't that seven?
It's not like Perd said. It's not everyone's cup of tea.
No, a lot of people don't like them.
You know, and that's fine.
I like the one over to New Zealand because it goes into the fjords in New Zealand and works its way around and comes back. That'd be awesome. That'd be nice.
Yeah, and like Perd's saying about like up where he is, you know, the Nordic fjord. Yeah, is that Nordic fjord? Is that up in Europe? Is it?
Yeah, Nordic, yeah, up Norway.
Okay, yeah.
It's not far from it. Yeah, they go around through the English Channel to Germany. I think you go, hang on a second, they go the other way. No, they just go north to Norway, I think, if I remember.
Oh, you want to go there fucking when it's pretty fucking not too cold.
Oh,
Well, it's
yeah,
still cold up there, is it? Like it's
yeah. Fucking, they're deep too, those fjords, because usually the big mountains on the side, they're usually that deep. They're fucking, they're really deep, Imagine the
I
shitload
never
of
heard of it. Fjord. What's fjord mean?
No, it's just, a fjord's a big, it's like this, how would you, I don't know, how do you explain it, Perd? I'm just trying to, a fjord, it's just like coming into a big bay, it's big cliffs up the side, It's like sort of, it's not like a river. It's just like goes, it's like somebody carved, like a big mountain range that somebody's carved a big chunk out of, and it's all water, and then you
Okay.
just up into it. But, you just Google it's the best way. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
There
north
you go.
of the
Basically, it says basically
big
a big
river.
river with mountains
Yeah,
on the side. Okay, cool.
yeah. You get right up to the end, there's usually a fucking big glacier.
Like a nicey valley.
Yeah.
Oh, with the glaciers and shit. Yeah.
They usually have a glacier up the end, I think some of them have been carved out by glaciers, to be honest. I think, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to get off here in a minute because I want to go and have a shower and shit. It's 11 past 11 o'clock here.
A shower and a shit. I'll be having a shit before a shower.
Yeah, I'd actually do this shit too.
No worries, man.
No.
Thanks, Ray. It's been good. I really like doing these shows. Like, especially
Yeah,
being
we'll
over here by myself a fair bit and
Yeah,
like
fair enough. Yeah,
connecting with everyone.
yeah, it's good to have a chat, so we'll see what happens tonight if you're in the mood, whatever, whatever. We'll see if we do another one, might keep it going, see what the other fellas are doing and shit,
Yeah, no worries, mate.
No worries. It's good to have a yap sort of thing, but anyway.
Yeah. Cheers, Henry. Cheers, Perd.
Yeah. Later, Henry Perd, chat.
Good night, guys. It's really good. We really enjoy it. I know Ray enjoys it, and I enjoy it just as much just to get on and have a bit of a chat and a bit of a fucking yarn,
Yeah, get back and get your fixed back again.
I'll probably head down to the Dutch bar tonight. I'll probably go down his wife does a good feed, like it's really good.
It's only just after 8 o'clock there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's only 8 o'clock.
But yeah, 5 past 11 here, but anyway, it's all good.
Yeah. Well, it's all over, but it's just fun in Horhin, like it's. I'll head down to the market. I'll head down, have a look around. Anyway, guys, thanks.
No worries.
Ray.
Good talking to you. I'll catch you later.
All right, Ray. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, see you later, chat. See you all. See you.
See you guys.
Bye.
Take your torch, yeah. I'll take my